What's up, everybody? Tyrone E. Wilson here, taking over the intro for Miss Sabrina Seoul for Ready to Love Dallas episode 7 panel review. We got Miss Sabrina Seoul, we got J-Dub, and we got everyone in the crowd. Thank you so much for joining us. I am Tyrone Wilson. You can find me at TyWilson21 everywhere. Of course, you all know Sabrina. J-Dub, would you like to introduce yourself and tell the people a little bit about you and where they can find you?
What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J-Dub, the #1 commenter, and I'm back. I'm back on Sabrina Seoul's channel, and I'm also live streaming on my channel. I do reality review shows. I'm on a bit of hiatus. J-Dub is spreading his wings and trying to get his life together, and just do a little rework of my channel. So expect me doing something soon. Of course, I do Ready to Love, Married at First Sight, things of that nature. A big shout out to Danny Owens. When I see Danny Owens, I gotta send a shout out. But hello to everybody, all the soulmates, and I'm also live streaming on my chat to all the Dub fam. Back to you, Ty. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. I actually just finished a panel on mental health. Today's topic was overcoming generational wealth, or the pressures of being the conduit for generational wealth in your family. Last week, we had a really good panel about managing mental health for the youth. So it was dedicated to the younger generation, between everyone in their teens and early 20s. It was really, really good. Stopped kind of doing the reviews for the show and just focused on being on the panels. Always a good time to be here. I look forward to what the chat's going to bring tonight. And, I'm ready to get it. You know how it is. And I didn't set Marie up last night, contrary to popular belief. We had a little chat in the background last week. I was just simply, kind of asking some questions, doing some analytical thinking, and just kind of posed the question to him and let him answer. So it wasn't a setup. It wasn't like I was planning that, but it just kind of came to me.
So why are you taking a break from doing like the reviews and stuff?
When I first started to do the reviews, I felt like I would be able to give my perspective on everything, considering like I'm familiar with the setup and the show and everything. But when I started watching the first couple of episodes, it wasn't, anything against the current cast. It was just, there were some things that I had saw was just not sitting right with my mental and emotional state, especially where I am right now. And I didn't, I didn't get the feeling that and I'm hoping, like, I don't mean this in a bad way, but I was getting the feeling that a lot of the people seemed underwhelmed on day one, and it didn't seem like they were trying to find a mate. It just seemed like the people that were there weren't their person, and they saw that immediately, and then they just started kind of going through the motions, unlike previous seasons where you could see there was obvious attraction between multiple people.
So pretty much you just not feeling this season.
No, I didn't say it like that. I'm saying, there's other things I'm going to focus on, like the panels, the mental health panels, and creating, content of my own, personal content.
Understood.
Mm-hmm.
Understood. All right.
So, yeah, I'm gonna get back in there, Ty. I definitely really heard what you said about Marie, where you saying people are suspecting that you set him up of some sort. However, like, my motto is say what you say, and we can't get past this. We can't go past it. We can't ignore. Hey, if you don't use the word setup, you led him somewhere. You took him somewhere. It's like allowing someone to hang themselves. It happened. Everybody saw it. I don't care what disclaimer you put on there. It was classic. It was strategic. and I need everybody to go back when they get a chance to look at that interview. Ty asked him maybe 3 or 4 questions, and it was like 4 hours worth of information, and it was bad and good at the same time. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I just had to say it. I wouldn't be myself. I would not be J-Dub if I didn't say what I say. So I had to say it.
Yeah, and I appreciate the panel just allowing it to happen. You know what I mean? Because y'all could have jumped in, but y'all let it happen. I saw a couple people kind of shaking their head like, damn, like Ty. I got him. And then, of course, the chat was going crazy. So, you know, I really didn't have to say much else after that. You know, I appreciate him coming on. If anyone else wants to come on, I can assure you that my questions are not meant, you know, to be traps. You know, I know Randall kind of mentioned something like that. You know, when we had him up, you know, I truly want you all to win. If there was a bad situation, kind of like Samson, he asked for that. Just to reiterate, he asked for that, and he asked for the tough questions. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Samson is in a whole different category in his own of psychiatric situation. So we're not talking about that, but yeah, I just had to mention it.
Yeah, he asked for that, and then we got like chewed up for asking him the questions. I was like, wait a minute. Like, he even went to us and was like, I just want y'all to roast me. Just roast me. Dig into me. And we were like, we're not going to do all that. So we're like, we're just going to ask you questions and we're going to go from there. He was like, no. Like, Samson really wanted us to go there. And we were actually like being cool about it. So, but yeah, people tore into us, honey. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. So I just want to first say shout out to you guys. Thank you to my soulmates. It is 154 of you in here right now. If you have not hit that thumbs up, make sure you click the thumbs up. I was so greatly appreciated. And yes, I see all the birthday shout outs. It was my birthday on Sunday. So this weekend, I just was spending it with my loved ones and just, you know, doing the birthday thing. Just kind of like, you know, being a birthday girl. And hence why I did not go live on Friday. And I was like, I'm going to go live yesterday. I didn't go live. I literally just kind of wanted to be within my space with the people that I love this weekend. And that's what I did. And I'm just glad to be here tonight with you. And I just want to say so many of you showed me so much love on all my social media platforms, just wishing me happy birthday. And I just want to say thank you so very much. I love you. And yes, shout out to another round. It was her birthday as well. Happy birthday to you, sis. And if you do want to send me anything, my Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. It is $Sabrina Seoul if you want to send me a birthday gift. But other than that, we're going to get right into it. Nichelle says that was one of the best interviews that we had with Samson. And you know what? I agree. So it was crazy, but it was one of the best ones. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm just going to go around to you guys. Like, just kind of let me know, just kind of sum up how you're feeling about the season up until episode number 7. Tyrone, go ahead and start.
Yeah, nothing has really changed from my sentiments after episode 1. I felt like the season would be really good and entertaining. You know, I still feel like it's going to be entertaining. I still see a lot of the things that production is doing differently this season. You know, you can already tell that, you know, they are bringing up things that would spark conversation, that would make you talk about the show, get those clicks, get that influence, and it's working. You know, even though like the audio is not the best when it comes to editing. You know, it is what it is. It's just, unfortunately, some people may have to suffer for the rest of their life for it. But, you know, it's part of what it is. You know, to be the one that is you know, going to be known as the one that's questioning their blackness forever, it's not fun. It's not cool to me, but it's the show. And if she want to come and talk on a mental health channel, hey, I'm with it. So
You should ask her. I'm pretty sure she would, because she's doing interviews now and stuff. So you
yeah,
should
I'll
definitely
reach out. I'll reach out. We have a series, the Generational Wealth series, but then in a couple weeks we're gonna have a mommy issues, conquering mommy issues series, and we're actually looking for some of the ladies who would like to do a conquering daddy issues.
You need to
panel.
let it's 182
Yeah,
people
I'm putting
now.
it
Yeah,
out there
put it out
right
there.
now. In about a month, um, we're gonna have the Conquering Mommy Issues show, and I want to say Kojo has already agreed, so it may be me and Kojo talking about conquering mommy issues.
And you're going to be bringing like guests up to talk
So
about.
I think one of them is just going to be maybe me and Kojo and maybe my brother. So maybe just us three, but then it may be 2 more sessions after that. And then I'll have a series with the ladies.
I was getting ready to say with daddy issues.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's going to be amazing. Wowzers. It's J Dub. Your thoughts on the season up until episode 7?
Well, I guess I'm like a broken record. As I said, be careful what you ask for. You just might get it. People wanted to get away from, I guess, the formula of selection of castmates, game hosts, game show contestants, but it's really serving what it serves up. Just regular, and not very exciting. And now I'm starting to debate on my own, because in this YouTube world, it's saying that this might be the absolute worst season out of all. I thought last season was, but I'm starting to be a believer in this sense. When I say I don't see the connections, I don't even see the compatibility, I don't see the reasoning, I don't see. It's just coming off again for some type of drama or conflict. I don't even see it. I just don't see it. That's the theme. I don't see it.
Yeah, I agree. I don't see it either. And I can honestly say, for me, just because like we're just talking freely about it, what's throwing me off is all this social media like engagement. It's taking the fun out of the show, meaning the social media engagement is more funner. It's more fun than the show. So it's like, I want to see like what's getting ready to happen next, what's getting ready to pop off next. Like, I saw like the men's panel, or the men had like their own panel with their own show on YouTube. And I'm like, they're still on the show. Like, it was like all of them, like with mics and everything. And I'm like, what the heck is going on right here? Like, it's giving not looking for love anymore. Like, it's really giving, especially this season, it's giving like, I'm trying to get on. And if that is the case, cool. But for us that review the shows, and for us that actually want to really see like connections and like relationships and love, because I love, like I want to see that stuff, and to not be able to like see it, like I'm just so like not invested anymore. I'm just kind of like, I think Tyrone said it, like I'm just looking for Aries and Philip at this point. Like, that's really it. And honestly, and I want to see what's going to happen with Janelle. That's just where I'm at with it. But other than that, it's literally nothing else. So that's just what I'm here for, or what I have to say about it. I don't, like, at this point, I got nothing. I think if I wasn't doing the panels in the parties, I wouldn't even probably finish watching this season. What were you about to say, Ty?
Yeah, I was gonna say, without cutting you off, not trying to go into them that much, but it just seems like the earlier formats where, most of the cast was hush hush about the show. We watch the show and it's kind of a guessing game from episode to episode, you know, um, made it interesting. But, now we're seeing people that are still on the show giving interviews. And it looks like production kind of gave the cast some type of some creative uh, power there. But, for those of us that watch the show, we know how to infer information about the way that you're answering, even though you may not feel like you're giving away a lot of information, some of the cast, they are giving away things. And, it kind of takes away from, watching the show to see how it's going to play out based on your own thoughts, as opposed to figuring out if the things that you said in an interview yesterday truly happened. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's all.
Yeah, like the anticipation of it, the like, oh, like I wonder what's gonna happen next. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, like is she gonna say something to her? Or is he gonna like?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't got that anymore. And obviously, like you said, the show is changing some of the format because on Crystal XO, like she's interviewing them in real time, and she says that she's interviewing them in real time. And the production is obviously allowing them. But I don't know. I think it's cool, but I don't know. I think I've just seen kind of too much at this point, and I'm more interested in seeing like what's gonna happen next on social media, because as soon as somebody gets eliminated, they be on there going on everybody, and I just be like, wow. But it is.
Shout out to Crystal. She does an amazing job.
Absolutely.
With the interviews. So it's just that when I watch them, I can get information, so it's kind of tough for me to watch. I try not to watch until afterwards.
Yeah. But maybe production is doing what they're doing because maybe the show is losing ratings. Maybe it is kind of going downhill, and they're like, we need to like do something to, keep the audience engaged.
Yeah, I think the engagement is definitely there. I feel like the interest is there, but I'm not sure if it's for the reasons the show wanted.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I don't even know if they care as long as the engagement is there.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like they're not giving some of the castmates, a good showing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people say that the panels are even way better than the actual episodes.
Yeah. I'm not sure if the casting directors are even talking to each other. I don't know, like if the people who are making the final decisions are good with matchmaking. Do you know what I'm saying? It's almost like they're good at bringing people that have a good TV personality, but like I feel like in the end, people want to see matches. So, finding out their criteria for cast is I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet.
But to be honest with you, it might not be enough people actually applying for the show. So they only picking the people that they have that's applying, because it ain't really nobody applying anymore. So it's like they only have a handful of people to choose from. And those are the people. So they don't have enough people over here and enough people over here to say, this person would be great with that person. This person would be great with that. You know what I mean? It ain't like Married at First Sight where they're like, they have like resumes and they have this person would be good. You know what I mean? Like the matchmakers and stuff like that. Like, yeah. They don't have that. But anyway, y'all ready to get started?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right. Sigh. All right, so this is Ready to Love, episode number 7, Meet the Exes. The episode starts with the men's lounge. Tommy tells the men that the women will be meeting their exes and the power to eliminate will be in their hands. The first ex date is Marie and his ex, Jessica. So I got a lot of notes on this because it was just a lot of content. Meeting his ex, Jessica, Janelle, Jessica, the other Jessica, and Sierra will be meeting his ex, Jessica. Janelle and Jessica enter and they dive pretty much right into asking Jessica questions. And then Jessica pretty much starts the conversation with asking the women about their sexual appetite. Jessica is not interested in sharing that information. The other Jessica on the show. And then the ex brings tarot cards and Janelle is not feeling it either. And then the ex brings in tarot cards and Janelle's like, wait a minute. Yeah, I ain't for that cult stuff. You know what I'm saying? I don't get down like that. And Jessica is like, yeah, I ain't really having that either. You know what I'm saying? And Janelle pretty much says that she does not desire to have a pagan or having pagan things in her space. Jessica is pretty much not having that either with the questions or the cards. Marie says he's real spiritual and he feels like that their connection could be concerning to him. He also feels like that he will be doing damage control. That was a lot.
Yes, it was. Well, since I started, we cannot go past this actual picture, this scene with Tommy and the Fab Five. Because I've been, I don't know, for a couple of seasons, I've been trying to get a petition to remove Tommy from his position. You know, the fact that he is talking about it's time to find out, you know, what you like, what you don't like, whether you pee in the bed. And, you know, it's crazy that like he think those jokes are funny. It's time for Tommy to go. His time is up. And yeah, with this scene, it was real. I saw both sides of it. It was concerning either way. And especially I see in the chat where it says that word occult. Like I think Marie got that word. He mixed that word up, occult, with a cult, because actually a cult, Webster defines a cult as supernatural. So it's absolutely different from being a cult. And that's exactly what the tarot cards can go under, that kind of category. You know, I saw that the ladies were really, they were rubbed the wrong way by the you know, trying to get a reading and all that. I get that, because at the same time, imagine if someone says, hey, well, you know, I'm a devout Christian and I thought while we met we could actually have a Bible study right here in the lounge. You know, yeah, if that's your thing, that's your thing. Maybe that's a private conversation. I don't think you bring that to people, you know, unless they ask for it or whatever. And then the fact that Marie X just goes in, I guess maybe being his wingman, talking about like, you know, what's your sexual appetite? Now, just getting to know these ladies, I don't know if that's the first thing you need to know, or again, a private conversation. It was very awkward. And Marie thought he had to do some damage control. It's no damage control, it's destroyed. It's, you know, these two connections are absolutely destroyed if he had any. You know, looked like it was going well at first, but it's gone. So I'm gonna let y'all get in there.
Yeah, Marie, it's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. I would say let it go. You know, at this point, it, you know, it is what it is. It didn't work out. You know, those conversations about the possible tarot card readings and the religious beliefs and all that stuff wasn't happening. You know, we can't knock anyone about for what they believe. It just didn't work out for him. I think he mentioned that Jessica was his strongest connection, and that's a wrap as well. So there's really not nothing. There's really nothing to do at this point. You know, I felt like he was trying to bring in his ex's skills into, you know, into the date. But, you know, in all honesty, I think Marie should go back to the ex and explore that. You know, they have a really good connection. She seems to be cool, even with him possibly dating some other people. He need to go back and explore that. If I was him, that's really all I got for this.
it got, I'm about to put my friend on. It didn't give ex-girlfriend vibes to me. It gave like, that's my homegirl. I didn't feel like, yeah. I think that like I'm one for like, who am I to say like, how can you feel like that or whatever? I think that this scene, just like Jessica said, like I didn't know any of this. Like I just, that just kind of told me that there's like no communication, which means there's like, that's why it's no connections. Because I know like when I talk to someone, you know, I'm like, I like this, I like that. Like, I want to know your favorite color. What is your favorite food? Da, 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 da. Like, what's your religion? Like, I'm spiritual or I'm Christian or, oh, okay, do you go to church? Like, how do you go to church? Like, you want more kids? Like, that usually happens for me within like the first 3 days of conversating. And this is episode 7. So that just kind of just put it out there for me, like they're just not. And for him to say that Jessica was his strongest connection, I was like, oh yeah, that I was like, this is I was like, it's it for me. I was like, I'm over it. You know, but I did respect Janelle and Jessica in that moment for standing, you know, their ground and saying that, you know, I'm not, they didn't feel pressured like, oh my God, I'm on TV. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do. Like, let me just do it. So I did have much respect for them, you know, with taking a stand in what they believed in and not participating, you know, with the a cult. Would someone say it doesn't matter? A cult, it doesn't matter. The women were not going for it, either one of them. So,
I got a question, Sabrina, and also for the ladies in the chat. I totally understand, you know, not wanting to be a part of the tarot card readings. But the other question about the sexual appetite, do you feel like you would have responded that way? Like, do you feel like it was as inappropriate as they were making it seem?
So for me, I'm a very boisterous type of person because I feel like the question could have been answered without getting into too much detail. You know, I mean, I come on my panels and I say certain things. I don't give a lot, you know what I'm saying? But I could have just, for me, if that question was answered to me, I would have been like, you know, it's something that I desire, you know, on a regular basis. It's something that I enjoy doing with my mate. Like, I would have answered like that, not like, oh, I'm not going to talk about this. I'm not going to, you know, but to each his own. Like, who am I to say like, that's just how I would have answered? I can't say like how they answered was wrong. There's no right or wrong. It's just, I know for me, I wouldn't have steered away from it. Like, I would have embraced the question because, you know, obviously he wanted to get to know me a little bit more. She asked the question because he obviously wanted to know, but for the question to come up, I wouldn't have gotten like offended by it or anything like that. Like, I'm a grown ass woman over here. Like, I know how to have grown ass conversations. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they aren't. I'm just speaking, you know, on my behalf. So, but I did definitely want to mention this or bring this up. Courtney Miller says, how can you say that they had no connection when both of them said that they talk every day? Just because you talk to somebody every day means absolutely nothing. So let me just put that out there. I've talked to people every day for weeks and weeks and weeks. And still, I've been in relationships with people and 6 months have gone by. And I'm like, I'm sleeping with the enemy. I don't know this person for real. My daddy, I was with him for 47 years of my life. And that man died last year. And I don't know that man. So yeah, just because people talk every day, they don't mean that they have a connection. So I just wanted to put that out there because I know that they said that.
Yeah, true. You can talk, but you're not having a conversation about nothing. So.
Yeah, just because you talk to somebody every day means absolutely nothing.
I think there was a follow-up question. Someone had mentioned something in the comments, but I think I lost it. If it comes back, I'll bring it up again.
Let's welcome back to Juggernaut.
What's going on, P.O.?
So, hey, listen, I'm back fresh off of COVID for the 3rd time.
Oh, so glad you're feeling good.
Yeah, I know. It was rough. I
Stop
couldn't get
kissing
out.
them dime shorties.
Yeah, no, it's them dime shorts. I tell you, I couldn't get out of bed for like 5 days, man. So I'm happy to be back rocking with
Yeah.
y'all, good people.
Yeah, good to have you back, Paul.
Yeah, no doubt.
Definitely good. I didn't
What
want
up,
to.
Chad?
Would you say, P.O.?
I said, what's up to the chat?
Yeah, they've missed you.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the love. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
No doubt.
So, J-Dub, before we go to P.O., would you like to, or did you already? Am I tripping?
I did, but again, if you want me to say some more, I can. I absolutely can. That was an excellent point when you said, yes, you can talk to someone and you absolutely can cover nothing at all. Because again, it's all about the content, the substance of the conversation. I mean, it makes sense to me because a lot of times it depends who's asking the questions. And sure, it was kind of awkward that again that Marie did know that these two ladies were highly religious, but neither of them knew that he was a part of the supernatural world of amethyst and stones and all that good stuff, you know, what he worships. And I think that is important to do that because, you know, we even got Marvin. I can't remember what was a interview or it was actually on the show where they said that Marvin does ass worshiping, you know, so everybody's into something different. This is a freedom world that we live in, and we can't just, oh, don't say anything. It's okay to worship ass and all of that, you know, we just gotta roll with it. And it's a weird place. Again, remember J-Dub still lives in the 80s and the 90s, so I don't know what this planet is, and y'all can have it. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'll
So,
save that explanation for the Sabrina After Dark. My follow-up question, I remembered now, like obviously we know it wasn't a 2-minute date, right? So do you feel like production just focused on those two questions just to explain Marie's possible elimination next week to have it make sense?
okay, I'm sorry.
Just throwing it out there.
And just a quick question: are we talking about when he had the girl pull out the tarot deck and stuff? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, we feel like it was a 2-minute date with literally two questions on the date.
Well, yeah, we probably know that they gleaned that as a sort of a highlight reel and threw it out there. But he also followed that up in his confessional, so it could be, you know, one of them things where maybe, you know, that was the substance of the date, but they just, you know, took those real high points when she busted out the deck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to tap into what J-Dub was saying. I feel like this here, if you at the end of the day, when you meet somebody, I think that you know, you should figure out where you stand spiritually just for alignment purposes, right? And you know, a lot of people, you know, tend to, you know, throw that stuff out there up front. It seems like he was holding back, like, yo, I don't know, I don't want to let this one out the bag yet. You know what I'm saying? I want to reel him in first, and then I'll slowly bring them into it. Cause it was a knee jerk. And I do like how what's her name? What was the one he was calling the mean girl?
Janelle.
Yeah. I like how she called it out and was like, yo, you can do that for them over there, but I ain't gonna mess with the cards. You could do their reading. And I think you don't run into that if you know you don't try to hit them with the bait and switch.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Yeah. Excellent.
Okay, sorry. All right, guys. Anything else on the tarot cards, the question of their sexual whatever preferences, and Herbert and Jessica and Janelle? Nothing else. All right, let's move forward. I tell you, boy. All right. So the next date we have is Quentin and his ex Brianna. They will be meeting Lee and Janelle. Brianna tells the women that Quentin likes to be single. He likes living in his singleness. Okay. That's why they did not work out, because she wanted to be exclusive. He did not. Quentin also mentions that he ghosted Lee, and Lee pretty much was not feeling it. She's like, "Dad, like, how you just gonna tell everybody like you ghosted me? Like, you gonna say it like in front of like your other connection? Like, you just made me feel like so insignificant. Like that's what we doing?" So because of that, Lee shut down, and it pretty much made Quentin feel like, oh yeah, you know, like I want a boss, like I want a lady that's gonna step up, I want a lady that's gonna show up. And Lee pretty much, he feels like in his head dropped the ball on that one, and you know, Janelle stood out more. Yeah, so how are y'all feeling about this this group date?
I think the group date kind of started a pattern where we're seeing, I don't know if they're the same people or it's just, again, a pattern of the same, like where these men are having trouble committing. And this was absolutely the first showing or demonstration of that. And I really thought that Quentin showed his lack of emotional intelligence. I mean, maybe he said the phrase wrong, "I ghosted you," or maybe he should have said, I've taken a step back or something. How does he think that, like, hey, I discarded you, I cut you off, and saying that in front of somebody else? I mean, even if it was in private, it would have been pretty bad to me. But the fact that he didn't realize saying that in front of the whole group would actually bother Lee, and it was like, you know, he's looking for her to step it up, and like he actually shut her down and actually didn't realize that, you know, that's what he was doing. He has, like I said, with this pattern, he has a woman right beside him who wants him, wanted to be with him, and he's just not ready to commit, but she still seems to be like all in. So I'm gonna let y'all get it.
Yeah, I think that's one of the problems with this format in dating, right? The fact that these women, because there's so many of them at your disposal, they become disposable, right? And so, you know, you don't have to hone in on that connection if you don't feel like it or whatever. So you get to do that. You get to talk to these women, or you get to give them that energy, which isn't cool at all. You feel what I'm saying? So, I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, I feel like, you know, it wasn't a good look. You know, and then somebody will definitely shrink if you pour that type of water on them. As simple as that.
Yeah. So I know there's two reasons why a man is not going to be exclusive, and that's because he either don't want to be or he don't have to be. And she probably just didn't give Quentin that ultimatum. The other thing that I'm seeing is that sometimes, you know, people do things subconsciously to secure the person that they want to be with. And this is why I'm a huge fans of the brunches, of everybody being in the group setting, and, you know, the exit dates, because it's very telling. I feel like this date was kind of confirmation that there is something more serious with Janelle and Quentin, you know, that we're seeing. For him to say something like that about Lee, maybe he feels like he needed to secure his, and I mean this in a good way, right? He needed to secure his thug, right? Because that's the conversation that they were having about, you know, Janelle, and he was saying he likes that. So that's not me saying anything bad. So sometimes I feel like in those situations, you don't even realize that you're doing something to appease, you know, your mate or your partner. And even if that means, you know, putting Lee in that situation, at least, you know, Janelle feels better about that about what's going on. And in the end, that's going to help him because, it seems as though that's what they want. So, at this point, I'm just waiting for that to come to fruition. It's either going to happen or it's not. It looks like it may, since, Herbert seems to have bowed out and everyone is aware of that connection. So, at this point, I just want it to happen,
Ty, I gotta go back. I gotta say it out loud. You gotta say it twice so I know you meant it. Secure his thug with a lady he was talking about. Oh yeah, well, my parents been together for 47 years and we align so well. We're both in fitness. I give you the space to be yourself. And now we're talking about, hey, I just cut you off because I just need to take a step back with you. I ghosted you. I discarded you. Listen, it's for all of us. A lot of us got a thug in us, but there's a time and a place for the thug. And being a thug or thugging it out, as PO say, maybe only happens after 9:30. But other than that, mishandling a woman like that, that's not cool. Talk to her. You talk to her about anything else, and you're talking to Janelle. I didn't like the way he treated her. It just seemed like something was really missing. Use the thug somewhere else.
No, true. I feel like the tact could have definitely been better, but that's probably why. Maybe I felt like he maybe needed to go that route, because he know how she is. He know, you know what type of person your mate is.
That's not his mate. That's somebody who's interested in him and that he sold a dream to, and that we're so and we're together and we're already there. That's what he was talking before. So as I said, it's a time and a place to pull out the thug, and that wasn't it. He should apologize to her immediately, but he was so unaware, and that's alarming in itself. This is not a little kid or teenager, so. Yeah, I got a real issue with that. But, hey, if she keep coming back for more, I got to say, that's on Lee.
Yeah. Do y'all also feel like this may be another situation where they're explaining the Lee and Quentin disconnect for next week?
Absolutely.
Oh, I mean, the writing is on the wall. It's the breakdown is there. It's just I think it's done. I think it's forever fractured, and it exposed Quentin for what it was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're not gonna have me out here looking stupid in the street. Like what? Like you just pretty much told me and everybody else like you not feeling me like that. So so she did exactly what I would have did. I would have shut down. Like what I need to be on for.
Yeah.
I was shut down. I don't need to be on anymore. Be on for him, for somebody that really don't want me. That doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to bow out gracefully.
Yeah. How Thea say, you're not going to spin the block. Oh, me.
Yeah, but the way that Janelle and Quentin, when they was walking out, he had his hand like on the top of her booty. It was like this. He was like that.
Yeah, I mean, like once a man confirmed, on national TV that y'all gonna have sex, is pretty much, it is what it is at that point,
Pretty much. Yeah. I don't know. I think that Quentin is really feeling Janelle, but I don't think that Janelle is really feeling Quentin. I don't know if she even feeling anybody at this point. I think she like, it is what it is. Like I'm in it to win it. Like that's just the vibe I'm getting at this point. Because I know by episode 7, if we have a connection, like you gonna know it. Like I'm not, especially I love people that go on the show that knows that by episode 7, by episode 8, like I want to be with you, like I want us to be together, like we're gonna be together. Like what is it with Cynthia and Anthony? They solidified it. They were like, we not kissing nobody, we not kissing each other. But once we decide we gonna be together, then we can kiss. And then he was in the pool, he went up and he kissed on her lips and she kissed him back. That solidified their relationship. So my thing is if you still gotta figure out if you gonna choose him or me, pick him. It's episode 7. Like, I don't know. I mean, that's just me. I feel like when you know, you know. Like, I don't want, because now I'm back in the dating world where you trying to figure out, like, is Sabrina good enough? Because I still got 3 other people that I'm texting all of them. Good morning, beautiful. Good morning. Like, I feel like that's where I'm at. Good morning, babe. Like, that's where I'm at. Like how that is on the show, how they are on the show doing that. That's how I feel. That's how it is in real life. No, I want you to forget about the group and be like, no, like, I want you. Like, good morning, beautiful. You the only one. I'm letting you know. You the only one I'm texting. You, good morning, beautiful. You the one that I want. You the one. Like, that's what I'm doing. I don't know. I'm just at a different place in my life. Like, I'm not in a place in my life where I'm gonna sit around for you to figure out if you want me or not. I'm just not there. Like, if you gotta figure it out, yeah. Like, I'm not the 1 or the 2. I'm not playing with you. Like, we not play. It's not play. I'm sorry, y'all. I just went into a rant. Y'all go ahead. I'm done.
That was definitely a rant. Personal
rant. I'm sorry.
It needed to be said, you know. You may have reached someone, Sabrina, about standards, because it's a lot of playing going on. It's a lot of time wasting, and people don't realize that none of us have any more time to waste.
None, because you know what I have realized in this good old young age of mine, with my birthday just being on Sunday, that when a man knows, he knows. When a man knows who his woman, who his wife is going to be, he knows. And he gonna show up as that. He not gonna play. He not gonna be play. He not gonna be playing. Yeah, that's all. I'm sorry.
These comments are cracking me up.
I know. It's like a whole nother world.
It is. It
really is. Like, I want to read all the comments. Right. I want to read them.
It's like
D. Brown said, agrees, Sabrina. They should be more sure about their connections by now. All of them. Okay. Sabrina said, I'm tired of this shit. Okay. She said, yes, Sabrina. Okay. It's okay, Sabrina. Speak love. Okay. Let it be known, Sabrina. Like, yeah. But I'm gonna pipe it down. Yeah. I'm gonna keep it down. Okay,
it's like the chat be saying what we be thinking, but we just trying to be a little professional.
Yeah, like, stop wasting my time. Like, I'm so sick of these people thinking that we got so much time. We do not have time. Let's stop playing with each other. It ain't but a group of good women left and a good group of men left. Like, stop playing. So that's why in my dating, within these past 4 years that I was single, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, as soon as I found out that person was not right or we didn't mesh, like, I'm not going to waste your time and you're not going to waste mine. I'd be like, unfortunately, this is just not going to work out. They'd be like, what you talking about? I said, unfortunately, this is not going to work out. Or most of the time, because I was texting them, they would say, and then I would be texting them. Most of the time, I ain't even had to say nothing, because guess what? They would drop off anyway, which showed me this was not the one. Like, when I was dating. And through that time made me realize, like, dang, I'm out here. Like, what the hell am I doing? That's why I was like, you know what? I was like, my man going to find me. My husband going to find me. I was like, I'm not even going to look for him no more. He going to find me, period. And that's just where we at. I'm sorry. Okay, I'll finish. I'm done. I'm finished.
We finished. What's the next thing? Where we going now?
Oh, okay. We finished. Okay. And she said, amen, Sabrina. I be like, be gone. You still here?
That's my Auntie Roro. Love Auntie Roro.
Okay, Auntie Roro. Okay. Yeah, real talk. For real understanding. Tell them, like, I'm so serious, y'all. Like, golly. Like, I can't wait. Anyway. Oh, dang. Okay, here we go. All right. The next scene, we have Chris and his ex Valerie. She will be meeting Aries and Jessica. Valerie reveals that she did not want to be a forever girlfriend to Chris. And Chris admits and he apologizes. Like, yeah, like she right. Like I was wrong. And Aries was like, dang, what? Like I'm over here looking for a leader. And he just exuded that because he apologized. Like that's the kind of man that I'm looking for. Okay. And it's right there. And it's Chris. Okay. Valerie then tells the other women that Chris needs pretty much a good support system. She explains that Chris needs all the support, but he pretty much didn't have time to support her. And she pretty much was in complete servitude. Yeah, like she was serving to the person that was over there, and it would happen to have been Chris. They did not meet halfway. They did not come to each other as a team. There was no I in there was an I in their team, and it was Chris. Okay. And she pretty much was like, yeah, I'm not doing, I can't do it. And then Jessica was like, oh yeah, I don't know if I could do all that. You know what I'm saying? Like he want me to serve him. He want me to obey. Like he want me to protect. Like what else he need me to do? You know what I'm saying? Like let me go get the shoes. Let me put them on and the jeans. Let me pull them up. Cause yeah, you know, I'm sorry. I'm just in my feelings. I think I'm sleepy. All right.
We need that energy. We need that energy, especially missing Stacy B. So yeah, keep coming with us, Sabrina. Yeah. We need it. So like in this scene, to me it felt like a Marvin the Dungeon Keeper kind of scene. Why? Because I felt it was very revealing. You know, at this point, like the people in it, like the soulmates in the chat saying, pretty much Chris is Prince Akeem. You know, you got to come serve him. You got to put down the bed of roses. You got to brush his teeth. The royal penis is clean kind of situation. And, you know, he's there to be served. And we're not even talking about his wife or wives. I don't think he's telling all about his lifestyle. I think he has a true lifestyle because this woman spoke very comfortably about being in servitude as a girlfriend, and he still didn't commit to her. Like it's something we're missing some crucial details here in real life. It's something going on. It's something missing. We need to know more. We need to know what's happening because again, he has some type of occult going on. It's something going on, and the lady was down with it, unapologetic, saying, you know, you need to serve this man. And I get it, like Jessica wasn't here for, because it's like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. That's a love interest, and you're ready to serve. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not dogging his occult. You know, J-Dub likes to be spoiled too. You know, I like to be hand fed sometimes. You know, makes me feel desired and wanted and got all that. But the fact that he is almost demanding, almost requiring that you serve him, and he's not apologetic about it, and it says a lot. And I really would like to know more. Y'all got it.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head, J-Dub. Yeah. Like in his words, you know, he's saying the type of woman, not even the woman that he wants, right? He always explains the woman that he needs, right? Like, I need this. I need you to be like that. I need this. So that's telling me that, you know, the other things just don't work for him, you know, and there's no budget. So like you said, J-Dub, like there's some things that we need to see more about Chris. You know, again, I didn't feel like it went well. I felt like the ex, you know, was trying to kind of like blink twice without making him look bad. You know, that's kind of what it felt like. Like she was trying to give the warning, but you know what I'm saying. but she said, girl, so it's a lot, but like in their own little woman language, hoping that she would get the hint, even though she said it loud and clear, right? She said it loud and clear, like, girl, it's a lot. So
yeah. Oh, my fault, Ty. I thought you
no, go ahead.
Yeah. It wasn't a blink. It was, like I said, it was very straightforward. Hey, look, he's not here to support me. We're here to support him in whatever he needs. You may need to spend your whole day supporting him, and don't look for the reciprocity. It's not going to happen. It's not what even if he has a free day, it's not for you.
You ain't lying. When I saw that, I was like, wait a minute. So she looked like she was really about that life too. Like, you know what? I'm out here. I'm trying to do it. I'm gonna handle this from my man. And then she was like, nah, but I ain't getting no reciprocation. And she probably brought that to him, and he was like, silence. And she wasn't with that no more. So, I mean, I'm like, bruh, come on, man. Like, he didn't get, like, she put it out there like, yo, dude, like, you know what? I've been there before. You sure you want this? Like, if this what you want, okay. But I'm telling you, I served him. I did everything. I did it all the right way, and I still wasn't enough.
Yeah.
I mean, and he, he did apologize, but how do you apologize? Why did you bring her there? First off, I'd like to know that one, especially if you understood what happened. So maybe this was his way of saying, I had somebody that was doing that for me. She just didn't do it the right way, but I'm going to show you how to do it the right way. I mean, here's what it is.
Yeah, he's looking.
But that was a fail. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's looking for someone that's submissive. Like, Jessica is not. She's even told him, like, yeah, that's not me. So I just don't even understand, like, why they keep wasting each other's time.
Right.
Like, he knew 3 episodes ago, she loud, she this, she that. Like, I don't know, like, why are they wasting each other's time? And she know, especially after this episode, let me tell you something. If they still have a connection after this episode, that just means they just trying to stay on the show. Period, point blank. She was like, oh, you want someone to serve you? Oh, yeah, I don't do that. Get somebody else to do it. Like, yeah. And he like, yeah, you I just need you to tone it down. Like, it's a lot. Like, you know what I mean? So, like, after this episode, if there's still a connection, I got a problem with it. We're not doing no more panels. We're not doing no more watch parties. I'm freaking logging off. I'm done. I'm over. I'm finished.
No, we got to see more. We got to see more. I'm waiting for Chris to ask for his drink and go, have him just bring it to him, his slippers and everything. I need to see that. To see that because it's there. It's there. I'm just waiting for him to do it.
Right.
He gangster with it. I mean,
Your Royal Highness is clean. What was it? Whatever you like.
Oh,
right. I know what you like, but what do you like?
Whatever you like.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, that's he's got some work ahead of him, man. And I mean, you know what? Maybe he don't have to work for that. It might could just be somebody that's with that life. He already had one, so where you found one, you can find another.
Absolutely.
He still got one. He could have her if he wanted, for real. I could tell. She's committed.
Right. Yeah, she understood. She understood her assignment, and she just probably couldn't pull it off good enough for him.
Yeah.
And he banished her.
2 more.
She was banished.
Hey, P.O., she probably still at the house. They don't even know. We went to see his house. You know, she was probably down in the basement. For real. No, not to come up.
Right.
And isn't with his culture they're allowed to have like 3 and 4 like wives?
No, I don't think not Nigerian. Now I know you pay bride fees and stuff like that for the women, but
Like arranged marriages, but not like 3.
It's like a bride fee. You know, you marry her, you pay for her debt, basically. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That is crazy. I've never heard anything so crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably not as extreme as like 10, 20 cows or anything like that. But I'm not trying to be funny, but it's normally something, you know.
Yeah. I gotta reach out to my Nigerian people and get a little bit more education on that. You know.
No, Google says that, you know, it is acceptable in the Nigerian culture. That
where they can marry like multiple wives, right?
Yep.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. That's what's up.
That's what's up.
I need to go to Nigeria. I need to go need to get reincarnated. In Nigeria.
Would y'all really answer that for me? Because you know what? It's an all men's panel. Let's talk about it. Like let's talk about it. Would y'all have like if y'all could
just three. Yeah.
If you could have more than one wife, like real talk, would you have more than one wife? It could be 2, you want 3, you want 6, it's whatever. But would you have more than one? Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I would have. I definitely would have
nothing
3.
to talk about. The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, from being married before, and I can't say that I will want more than one wife, but I really love that attention, that alignment, that assignment, that a woman sitting there saying, I know what to do, how to please him, what he wants, and I'm willing, ready, and able. If he wants me to feed him 1 rice at a time, I'm gonna do it. I like it. I mean, I love the commitment. I love the energy. Yeah. Like I'm here for it. You know.
But what
if you could get 2 rices at a time?
See, the only caveat is though.
She's going to do it. Whatever you want.
Right.
She's going to do it. She's there. She's ready. Committed. Down. Forget my day. What do you need for the whole day?
Right.
Oh, that's I love that.
The only thing that you don't want to do is have them living under the same roof. And the reason being, no, but you don't want them syncing up.
But they should know about each other.
No,
they should all
syncing up.
No,
they don't
take showers together, clean the house together.
You don't want
do it all.
You don't want them
together,
to sync up like women sync up monthly. You don't want that.
They're gonna sync up anyway.
Not really.
P.O. is right. You know, like even Eddie Murphy said about that old joke with Umfufu. You know, he got her from the African bush. And, you know, once she get to start talking to other people, you know, Umfufu gonna be like, you know, she's an American woman now. She wants what's coming to her. You know, Umfufu gonna want some diamonds and some stuff. Before last month she was in a bush with a bone in her nose, but now, you know, she's an American woman. She want everything now. So P.O. is exactly right. You keep her isolated.
Google me.
Yeah, you keep her in that box, in that space, so we can keep this thing going. You know.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about syncing up in period.
J-Dub said Goonie Google.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah.
No, we don't want them. We don't want their periods to sync up. Is what I'm saying.
Well, I ain't talking about the period. We talking about the mindset. Gonna want,
the mindset. They gonna do what they do.
Gonna want half one day. She don't know nothing about one day. She gonna want half. She want what's coming to her. She gonna want what's coming to her. You don't want that. You don't want that to change. I'm telling you.
Right.
Well.
Next question.
So if y'all had 3 wives, would y'all still dip out And because somebody said that they knew this guy, he was married to 2 women, but he was still out in the streets. Like, would you still venture off if you had 3 wives, or would you stay loyal to the 3 wives?
Yeah.
I ain't
if
trying to
you're not
mess
being
that up. I
loyal
want to
because
mess
you
that
don't want
up.
to, or you don't have to.
Yeah, you don't
I mean,
want to
it's a
mess
good
that up. You got
situation.
something great
But
going on.
if I
you
already
know,
got 3, then they ain't going nowhere.
yeah,
Right.
I didn't sign up for the 3 wives. You know, one is plenty enough to manage. But again, I'm here for the attention. I'm here for following the assignments and the support and everything. I mean, who doesn't want that? I mean, you know, somebody's there for you and your needs. Whatever I need that day, you have cleared your schedule. If you have a schedule, I am the schedule. You know, yeah, that's hey, that's I like that.
So, but what if you had Tyrone, come back? But what if you had 3 of them doing that?
Oh, that's even in servitude. That's too many emotions and energies to manage for me. You know, we can custom tailor that one energy. All she has to do is be in the right mindset. I'm here to serve you. What do you need? What can I do? I'm here for you.
What you do in that situation is you call either number 1 or number 2, and you say, "Yo, go in there and talk to her. Go talk to her. I'll be here," and that's it.
Tyrone,
Why are we working to save number 3? Let her go. I already had to. Let her go. The 3 of us will go find another number 3.
Right. Like, Dollface Couture wants to know, like, how much energy do you have? Like, you got that much energy for 3?
Lots.
Just like they said earlier, I find it appalling to discuss my sexual appetite.
You ain't say that last week. Oh, wow. This is interesting. I don't even want to talk about the show no more. I want to keep talking about
Right.
Yeah, you know, sometimes we go off track and that be the, you know, the best time, but we don't have a script. So yeah, let's go with the energy. Go with the energy.
Wow. I can't. I had 3 wives. Like, that's like I'm 3 husbands. Like, what you gonna do with 3 whole husbands? What'd you say?
I said I'm willing to die trying to figure it out.
Thank you. For the first time, I don't look green. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, okay. It's marriage, not servitude, J-Dub.
Well, I'm just listen. Marriage is like life; it's what you make it. You know, it's yours. If we can have ass worshiping as a religion and all that, certainly we can make our own rules in marriage. So it's what you make. You got to go with what works. You got to stop following patterns and trends. We're all different, and we all want different things. Now, granted, you know, hey, if a wife wants to serve me, who am I to stop her? If she wants to tend to all my needs, who am I to stand in her way? I don't know. You know, I'm not a child, but who don't want somebody who wants to just do for them? You know, blow my food. You know, run my bath water. You know, I'm not gonna get in the way. You know, I'm not pack my lunch in the morning. You don't pack my lunch in the morning. Why would I say that? Why would I say that? I need that lunch pack. I want somebody thinking about me. I want somebody on me. I want somebody, you know, there for me. It's a lot of people who ain't there for you. So when you got somebody there for you, you better appreciate it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Tyrone, P.O., y'all got anything else?
I got nothing.
Nah.
Oh my God, Kiki. Okay. Yeah. Hey, you seven her says, hell, I want that too. What you want? You want someone blowing your food?
Yeah, it's hot.
So goodness. Okay. All right, here we go. All right. Do y'all have anything else to say about that situation? I mean, not the one we just finished talking about Chris and Aries. And do y'all feel like that Chris and Aries make a good match?
No,
No.
there's nothing there. Nothing. She was done with him after he was fake crying about the portrait. It was done. And as I said, since we brought it up, how ridiculous is it to say, you know what? Because you're such a great mother, it just breaks me down. So as again, I would say, you know how many great mothers there are? You wouldn't be able to function in the world to know that someone is just a great mother and it is breaking you down, reminds you of your mom. And Aries was done. She pat him on the knee. There. That date was over. I'm surprised she even came to the date. I mean, you know, she was kind. Sorry to this man. Y'all got it.
Wow. But yeah, apparently they knew each other, and if they ain't got together all this time, then it's probably not gonna happen. And then even them together, it didn't seem like a romantic interest between the both of them. In other words, whatever J Dub just said, pretty much saying the same thing.
Pio, what about you? Do you think that Aries and Chris they have a connection or?
I don't. I mean, I don't really see the sparks. I mean, she may be attracted to him or whatever, but I don't see a romantic connection like flying. So it's a no.
Yeah.
I think there might be a difference between being attracted to him and then finding him attractive.
That's true.
I think she finds him attractive.
Right. That part right there.
Yeah.
Great point. I had a thought and it just left me. It was profound. I thought. Oh, there we go.
J Dubbish.
Yeah. Very J Dub-ism. You know, we're gonna go here. Let's go here. You know, I really don't do this. You know, I don't talk against Aries, but we're gonna talk against Aries at this point because you know she's my favorite on the show. She's the last fighting chance of anything going on in the show for real. However, I think we live in that world where we do that 4th and 5th place participation trophy when Chris apologized to his servant that hey, after you served me for years and years of wonderful service, I wasn't ready, you know. After she gave you any and everything you want, I'll give you an apology. I mean, that didn't mean nothing, but Aries was impressed. You know, I'm not a woman. I can't say what impresses a woman, but I thought it was very lackluster. You know, I think it's a slap in the face. Somebody serves you faithfully, and they're still not good enough. What does she have to do? Marry this woman or bring additional help for her? But why isn't she still with him? Why isn't he still with her? I don't get it. You know, again, who doesn't want somebody just for you? I mean, that's something. That to me, that's something. I mean, you know, granted, it may seem over the top, and the word servitude and all that, especially when it's one-sided. But again, he has a woman who's fully committed, down to do whatever I want. I don't get it. Why are you on this show? You already had it. You already had it, you know. How you gonna top that? How are you gonna top that? I don't know. How are you gonna top that? What more? Aries ain't gonna do it. Jessica ain't gonna do it. Janelle ain't gonna do it. There's nobody who's gonna perform at that level. What are you doing, Chris? What do you need? Let's talk about it.
Yeah. You know, just to to circle back, and I do get your point, J Dub. You're absolutely right. But just to circle back, yeah, Aries is our last hope for anything to come out of it from the woman's side. Um, I don't see any of these women being genuine. Now, I could be wrong, but I just don't see any of these women trying to find their person. They're just trying to find their place. And, you know,
Mhm.
yeah. And I feel like Aries is really bringing that energy. Like she's open to, to be discovered by, any of the men that, might meet her energy. Um, but that's it. I think, that's it. I'm done.
Ty, take over the show.
I mean, from what we've seen, and because we discussed earlier that the cast likes to post on social media often. We've seen some past experience with Aries, right? When it comes to um, dating scenarios, right? Like, so I think we've seen posts about her being on previous shows about dating, don't know the end result of them all. So it's almost like, she's a seasoned professional. Not saying that she wouldn't be, you know, either way, but as we mentioned earlier, like I don't see the person that Aries is looking for aside from Phil. And it's almost like we're waiting for Phil to either go hard or fumble, you know? But I said it from the beginning. I think Aries is a star. They show her in a good light all the time. Whenever whenever it seems like they need to clean up some of the things that are going on, they'll pan to Aries and just let her, we just watch her sip something. and and it's almost like they cleansed, the scene again, and then they'll go back. Um, but yeah, I think we went in a lot on the whole Chris thing. I was kind of thinking that, he may have been in a previous situation or a previous relationship where it got a little volatile, to a point where just by someone being louder than the other women in the room affects your energy, affects the way you feel, affects the way you move. It makes you feel like this woman is too strong. So that has me thinking, there may be a little bit of, PTSD there from some previous relationships, and you're just trying to prevent it from getting that far, you know. Maybe he just reacts to the way other women react to his mate. So if the other women are kind of what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say bowing down. For most men, that would be a turn on, but for him, it just doesn't seem like he wants that or needs that. In his words, um, it almost feels like he kind of doesn't even want his woman to be noticed. Really, just kind of, And I know that's a weird thing to say, but I honestly didn't see anything uh, wrong with what um, Jessica was doing. I mean, I'm not on set or anything, but maybe it was allowed. Maybe it was a bit much, especially if the ex noticed the energy. But maybe that's just the ex's temperament. We mentioned her being a little bit submissive, and maybe she's probably submissive to other women that come off stronger than her.
Just
I
a
don't really
theory.
have that much else to say. Yeah.
Just a theory, but I have to. We know it's okay that we disagree. Ty, to me, Chris's ex has some extensive Chick-fil-A customer service training. She's probably a manager. Like she's on it. She's on her job. She's about her business. She's about that life. And certainly, I don't believe that Chris does not want that. It feels like he almost requires it. That, to me, that goes beyond the maybe a preference. You know, I could really tell. But what can I say? Yeah, I think you make a great point about, you know, however you want to call it, PTSD. You know, because it's some of us the same way. I'm with Chris. You know, if I'm with a woman, I want her to speak softly to me. I want her to be nice to me. You know, yes, I do want to be. I want her to be herself. I want her to be. I want her to be seen and heard and all of that. But you know, you don't cuss out your boss, or you don't get extra with your supervisor, so, or your mom or your dad. So please don't feel comfortable doing that to me, because I'm going to give you the same respect. So I get that. You know, I get that requesting a certain way to talk to each other, but it more sound like he wanted her to talk to him a certain way. But yeah, it's the whole thing. I don't really knock what he's saying, but yeah, it may be something again with his past traumas or whatever, or his or just his preference. So I'm gonna let y'all get it.
Yeah, maybe Jessica already done popped off on him, so he knows what that feels like. Just a theory.
I don't think so. Because if she did, I don't think he would even entertain her. Like, not even a little bit. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like it's a struggle for him to even keep her around at this point, because I know, like, in his head, like, he knows he don't want that woman. Like, they're just absolutely not compatible. And every episode, it just shows up more and more and more that they're just not that compatible. But, you know, I don't know. Like I said, after this episode, if there is, you know, still a whatever match, I'm over it. But I don't know. That's just me. I feel like that, you know, if that is, I mean, but the thing is, at the end of the day, like, I get what, like I understand, because I get that from Jessica. And honestly, I used to be like Jessica. Like, it took me a long time for me to, like, sit in my femininity and, like, really, like, live like a soft life. But I honestly can say too that it's really like the person that you're with. Because if I'm with someone that gives me that kind of energy, that allows me to sit in my femininity, then I will. But, like, if he, like, out here wilding, if he talking to me any kind of way, if he out here in the streets, he got stuff going on with his phone every time I turn around, it's, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna be like, dang, dude, you know what I mean? So the thing is at the end of the day, Jessica probably really could be that soft woman that he really likes or he really wants. I just think that the right person needs to come along to really allow her to be that. So, and maybe she doesn't understand, because like I said, I was a Jessica before, and I didn't really understand it until, like, I met someone that allowed me to sit in that. And I think once you get there, once you've had a taste of it, like, it feels good and you want to continue to be there. But maybe she's just never been in that position or had anyone to, like, place her in that position. So I don't know. But either way, it ain't for him to, like, she shouldn't change for him, though. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I just don't know. Maybe she enjoys being the way that she is and being boisterous and, you know, being aggressive. And, you know, maybe she likes that. Maybe she like, yeah, I'm going to sit in my femininity, but I'm not catering to you. I'm not going to be, I'm not servituding you. I'm not doing all that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I just don't know. I just feel like at the end of the day, they're just not compatible. I'm just speaking on it because that's just what we're speaking on right now. So, I don't know. Y'all got anything else? Oh, Ty, what you say? You on mute?
No, I think we put in a good 30-something minutes.
This was a great discussion.
Yeah. Yeah, because I know most men, I mean, like y'all tell me, like most of like y'all men, y'all want like a feminine woman, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
feminine with a slight twist of ratchetness.
Publicly feminine.
Theo was a thug out after 9:30 king. Yeah, absolutely. You know, I don't. You know, I granted we are in the new world of the boss women. You know, again, and that's beautiful entrepreneurship and all of that good stuff. But you know, I don't work for you, lady. So don't treat me like an employee. You know, show me some love. I'm gonna show you some love. You know, it's all good.
Right.
Yeah. Mm. Okay. Yeah. And Barry Flair says, I actually like Jessica. I don't see her as aggressive. I don't see her as aggressive either. I just think that she has a very strong demeanor about her. And because she knows what she wants, she knows how she wants it, she knows. You know what I mean? But yeah, but it's like because I've been in her shoes and now like I'm wearing a different pair of shoes, I know the difference. You know what I mean? So but anyway, that's just me. All right, let's move forward, guys. Moving right along. Here we go. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. So next scene, we have Herbert and his ex Melanie. They meet with Janelle. Janelle says at this point, she wants to be a parent. She doesn't necessarily like want to have her own children. And of course, like she wants to, adopt. Herbert says that, pretty much set an alarm off for him because he like, what? Like, I want my own kids. And Janelle like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but I just need you to know before I do all that, like I want to, pretty much be engaged by the end of this year. I know it's September. Okay, I know it's September. No, I'm just joking, guys. I don't know when it was. But she wants to be engaged by the end of this year and she wants to be married by next year. Because she like, yeah, my clock is ticking. Like I don't have time to waste. Like I need to hurry up and pop one out before my eggs dry up, freeze up, and fall out. So it needs to happen. So I need to be with somebody, and whoever's going to be with me needs to understand that. So pretty much Herbert was like, yeah, I don't really know about all that. And then his ex-girlfriend Melanie was like, yeah, I don't know about if she right for you, because in real life, like you're like a turtle and you be moving real slow, and I really just don't see that for you. And he just was like, I think you might be right. So yes, insane.
So Sabrina, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear Janelle be ready and willing at the age of 41 to personally birth a child. I heard her stress adoption. And granted, that's a route you want to go on in, I guess, having a child, if you will. I don't think that's very attractive to most men. I don't think that's what they want to come and say, oh, you want to be engaged in 90 days and then we're going to go adopt a family. I don't know. It sounds like something like a personal journey. And I get it. If this is his first time hearing that, yes, that would be alarming because he's set on having kids, and just going and diving into that, whether it's a man or a woman, I don't really appreciate a man or a woman leading with I want to have a child while trying to cultivate a brand new relationship, because you haven't even given your relationship a chance, and we're focusing on a child. For those who've never had a child, it's a game changer. You just never know how it's going down, but we do know that new child is going to require attention for some time. And not only that, you haven't even nurtured your brand new relationship. So let's get engaged, let's get married. We're going to do all this in 6 months and then adopt the child. And now, not only that, now we can't even have the child naturally. It doesn't sound like a win at all from a male's perspective. And unless that is exactly what you're looking for. I just don't see it. I don't see what would be the incentive to even get with Janelle like that. And speaking on Herbert, it does it puzzles me that men come on this show, and this is an accelerated dating show, and now you want to take it slow when there is a time clock on the show. It doesn't work. Now, granted, you want to do that in your world, it's not an issue. It's your show. It's how you want to do it, but this ain't the place to take it slow. And I don't mean you're required to get married or engaged, but you got to start making some decisions pretty quick and really assessing things. And it's not time to lay back and ghost and disappear. I just don't get it. I've never, y'all been on the show. I haven't, but it makes no sense to come on the show and then say, you know what, I want to take it now as just a normal process. That doesn't make sense. Y'all got it.
Yeah. I didn't really like anything about this whole situation, the interaction. I mean, it's a hard sell when you come to somebody and say, yo, when we get out of here, you know what it is, right? We're going to the altar, right? We about to hit this baby thing up. We're going to be shopping, for cribs at Cribs or Us or whatever. Like, what? I only knew you for like 15 seconds, and you want me to do all of this as soon as we get to the end of this 6-week situation? Are you serious? Right. I mean, in the real world, you have to have, you have to bring your real world strategy in too, right? So if you're going to tell somebody in the real world that you just met at the bar, yeah, I'm gonna need to have this baby up in me, and then get the ring and everything, and this all need to happen in like 6 months. You ain't never gonna see nobody. And so I can understand you saying, yeah, I want to take some time to get to know you, date you, and then let's see what we have in terms of a foundation. And then, at some point, I don't want to wait forever to have a child, but you can't just timeline it. Like, how the hell you're going to be working in in that amount of time to have a baby? Sometimes having a baby takes a year or two, depending on, she's old as heck. I'm sorry. Pause. Not old as heck, but she's, for this, type of flow. You understand? You got to be a little bit younger. Oh, she's 37? I thought she was like in her 40s. Okay.
She's 41, P.O.
Oh, okay. So she isn't.
She's 41. Geriatric pregnancy, for sure.
Right. Yeah.
And I didn't hear. Did you hear, P.O.? Did you hear her say like she was willing to have a baby naturally? I missed it. I'm asking.
I think she said she was willing to have one, but then also she was okay with adopting or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I didn't mean to, say that she was old as heck. I'm not calling her out for her age. I'm not age shaming. I'm not probably.
I was about to say, because I'm old.
Nah, I think I was one of the oldest ones on RTL. So, I hold that title, right? And I'm old as fuck. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm old as heck. So.
How old are you, P.O.?
50.
No, I think what is.
Yeah. So, but what I'm saying is that to produce children and all of that stuff, it's a little bit older and all of that stuff. So so just to clear the air on that. And if you took that, if she's listening to this, you took it as disrespect, I do apologize because I didn't mean it in that way. Now moving on. Didn't like the date. Her and Herbert, not a match. No energy match there. It's like Herbert, he's playing. Come on, man. Let's be real. You should have not even brought her to your crib. Why did you do that? Come on, man. This was a fake date. The end.
Really? You thought it was fake?
Yeah, there was no. Listen, when people, you gotta understand, when two people are together, that there was no lovey-dovey energy. It was like, I am man, you are woman. We are here together as one, sitting at table. The end.
Yeah, Sabrina, you was talking about wasting time. This was an absolute waste of time. There's nothing there. It's not going to happen. Herbie want 2 or 3 kids naturally, and it's just not going to happen. That's all he care about. Like I said, he might as well be Sierra. As I said, man or woman, I don't agree with anyone leading in a brand new relationship saying, I want a baby. Because you could have had a baby out there in the regular world. You know, what about us? How we going to build? Like, you know what I'm saying? The foundation to be stuck or committed in a relationship with somebody you don't even know, raising a child doesn't sound sexy.
I don't think Herbert's connection is there, or his wife or woman or whatever. He don't like none of those women for real.
Nope. No, you don't.
I think Herbert lost his competitive spirit, and there's probably a reason why. You know what I mean? Like over time, you know, as a man, you start to realize, you start to see other people's hunting techniques. And we saw Herbert, you know, when he in the hammock talking about skinny dipping, willing to go to blows with Quentin, as opposed to like not wanting to do a TikTok dance, you know, with Kira. Like if he wanted, we're gonna see that he wanted and he willing to fight for it. So I'm sure, you know, he knew about Janelle's preferences. From what I got from her, you know, she says she wants to be a mom, and she doesn't seem like the type that would hide that. You know, I feel like everyone knew, even from the initial conversations that they were all having from day one. I just feel like, you know, at this point, Herbert is just aware of her and Quentin's connection, and he's respectfully bowing out, you know, because they got brotherhood, you know what I mean? And they have to go through with the date to explain some of the connections or lack of connections. And Herbert was one of her strongest connections, so they got to go on with the date, and they need to explain why it ain't working. Could be a theory, though.
Yeah, I'm just so old. Oh, anybody got anything else to say about Herbert, Janelle? And yeah, Janelle been checked out from Herbert, because in real life she was like, you don't even call me, like you don't text me, you don't call me, like he ain't sending her no pigeons, no smoke signals, no squirrels with messages tied to the little legs. Like he ain't doing none of that. So I don't even know. But you're right, P.O. There was absolutely nothing. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If that's supposed to be my man, it's gonna be something. Like you're gonna see some type of connection.
Right.
And you're absolutely right. It really did just look like friends having fruit.
Right.
Anyway.
And Janelle gave Herbie the blueprint long time ago. She laid it out on the table. She did everything she could to let him know, like, hey, you are the one. I'm dealing with these other guys I'm entertaining, but I want your attention. After that, there's no more to be said. And I think she went too far on that, but there's no more to do. If he's not coming forward, you know, he simply is not interested.
Period.
Yeah.
All right. So are we done with the phony baloney date?
Yeah.
Okay. Next, we have Morier and his ex Jessica again. They meet with Sierra. Jessica pretty much asked Sierra if she cares if Morier still has exes as his friends. And she like, why they need, like, what they talking about? Like, why he need ex? I mean, I just don't understand. Like, yeah, you need to, like, we gonna ride to the event together and we'll see you there. Like, I just don't understand. Like, why he got to be friends with the ex? Like, what the ex gonna do? Like, what? I just don't, like, make it make sense. And Marie pretty much says, you know, with Jessica, he like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I messed that up. And Sierra like, what you mean you messed? You missed what? You missed what opportunity? I don't understand. Like, what did you miss? And he like, yeah, I messed that up. She like, but what did you miss? Like, you missed her, but you still in love with her? Like, what's going on? I'm so confused. And Marie like, yeah, I messed it up. And Sierra says, you know, she just, yeah, she pretty much either way, at the end of the day, before she get married, she's definitely going to test drive the car before she buy it. And Marie says, you know, at the end of the day too, he only getting friend vibes from Sierra. That's it, just homie vibes. Yeah.
Well, let me say this. Oh, what's up, April? And I just want to shout out to my sister, April Gaines, who's in the building.
Hey, April.
She has survived the gunmen in Pittsburgh today. So it's a good day to see you above the ground.
No.
Yeah.
Amen
But
to that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, she should be 100 rounds. She should change her name to 100 rounds. But so with regards to this situation, though, I feel like first things first, like, yeah, absolutely. How are you telling somebody that you're trying to date today that you missed your shot with the woman sitting across from her? And then you want her to have some sort of connection with you, and you want her to not take offense to that, and then to say, well, we're friends, we still hang out. Yeah. Well, what do you mean? You just confessed to this woman across from you, the ex-girlfriend, hey, I missed my shot. Like, is it still there? Like, because basically what's sitting next to me is insignificant, so insignificant that I'm telling you in front of them that I missed my shot. Like, you know what I mean? Open the basket for me, basically. Come on, man. You know damn well you ain't, that'll go nowhere. So if I was home girl, should have been, she should have just said, check, please, and bounced. Simple as that.
Well, I like that subject is brought up. I don't think it's even been tackled enough. Like, we live in a world where people live in like gray areas where they have you know, they're friends with their exes, they were romantically involved long term or whatever short term, where they deal in the spaces saying we're just friends. And you know, I think that's a real dangerous area, especially if you're choosing to be with someone else. And some people even hide behind, this is just my best friend. And I really think that's something that is not really visited a lot. It needs to be opened up, exposed, and discussed, because again, there are a lot of gray areas. People tend to compartmentalize those friendships, as they say, you know, especially when Maria is using that verbiage, you know, she got away. Like, you don't really speak about your friend like that, because in real life they're not friends. I'm just telling you, they, you know, they're exes who get along and are still in communication, and that can be very, very problematic. And I guess it also depends on, I'm gonna say generally, that really won't work with most people in the end. Some people just, maybe they want the person so bad they'll just go along with it. But you know, a lot of us find it pretty inappropriate, pretty complicated, and dangerous for a continuing a healthy relationship with someone else. You know, I'm with Sarah. Is that your queen? That's how you speaking. Like, you proclaimed your lost love. So, you know, get with the lady. If that's you, that's how you feel about her, reclaim her. You know, don't be, I'm ready for love, but me and her are hanging out, you know, as friends, you know, even though y'all have sexual connection and shared intimacy at all types of levels. You know, it's a no. It's a no. And you know, it's, I'm not an advocate for it. I'm gonna tell you that. I think it's disgusting. I'm disgusted. Thank you.
And J Dub, just to get just a follow up with that, do you think that he might have said that as in a flirtatious way, and you know, there's inside flirting that, you know, they might have done? Because what if he just jumped out of bed, 2-3 days with her, and he's like, yeah, I missed my shot though. I mean, I'm sorry, I missed my shot.
Yeah.
We knew you was gonna
I
go
think
there,
the whole
Paul.
relationship is just pretty inappropriate. And as I said, people tend to tolerate these things, and it's all in what you're willing to put up with. But that's why a lot of times some people have a lot of pause in kind of getting in serious relationship, especially with people who are still connected to their exes or their friends, their friends who they used to have sex with, but they're just friends now. It's like you're still dating. What are we doing? You want to move on from them, or you want to be with them? But I don't want you to be with me. I don't want to share you. I didn't come in for sharing. I don't know this person. I didn't sign up for this. So yeah, I just think they've crossed all kind of lines, and who knows? It's definitely something there. If Mario was comfortable in making that statement, he made that statement. It could be conscious or unconscious, but there's absolutely something there. Totally. He told on himself all day.
Sneaky link.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. He said it and he meant it. He meant what he said about, he missed it. But I do feel like the two things can be mutually exclusive. Like he could care and they could be friends still. But if these are his strongest relationships, it's time for Marie to hang it up. It seemed like he understood that as well. I was always a fan of Sierra. Felt like she noticed the BS quick in all of her conversations, and she will call it out. I don't think her person is there, and that's okay, But like I said earlier, Marie, you should go explore that, bro. Go figure out why y'all broke up, why y'all can't be a couple, and just explore that. That would be my advice.
I think they can't be a couple because they're enjoying the bedtime stuff that they got going on right now. Yeah. He probably wiped off as soon, or just dried off as soon as he came.
What the
shower,
heck?
dried off from the shower. It's before she got there.
The juggernaut is back.
Yeah, welcome back, Paul.
My bad. I get it. Like he was probably getting maintenance, I'm sure most of them are. They ain't in no committed relationship.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
They can do what they want to do. And my thing is, at the end of the day, unless that was your ex back from 20 years ago, why are you even in communicate? If you bring an ex on the show, I'm gonna tell you, you bring an ex on the show, and that was like really your ex, and she was comfortable enough with coming on the show to talk to your women friends that you supposed to be about to maybe be in a relationship with, like why y'all still friends? Like how you even have her on speed dial? Like why y'all even? Yeah, you felt comfortable enough with bringing her on the show to talk about y'all's like where she come from? Like who sent her? I'm so confused right now. Like how close are y'all really? Like when was the last time y'all did it? Like I need to know. Like when y'all be talking, what y'all be talking about? Just like what I said when I was on my date, I was like, what y'all be talking about? Like how he and how she used to and how y'all used to. Like what y'all be talking about when y'all be talking? Okay, that's just that's
you got a point there.
I just don't understand like why people. I remember this dude that I knew, and him and his girl, they're married now actually. But I remember him, his girlfriend at the time, his wife now, and I was there, and it was a bunch of us. It was a group date, and I remember she told me, she was like, yeah, his best friend, and I was like, oh, his best friend, she coming? She was like, yeah. It's actually his ex-girlfriend too. And I'm like, so I was like, your best friend is your ex-girlfriend? He was like, yeah. In front of his wife now, I asked him, I said, would you ever stop being friends with her if your girl now asked you to? He was like, absolutely not. I was like, wow. And I looked at her and I was like, Like, you still with, but I was like, okay, I ain't say that. I was thinking that in my head. And then he was like, yeah, I'm not going to stop being friends with her because she got a problem with it. He like, that's a personal issue that she going to have to get over. He like, me and her, we just friends. You know, we don't do that. No, like we ain't been intimate in like 4 years or something crazy like that. Like, that's my best friend. And I just thought that was absurd. And I said, so if you had to pick between your best friend and your girl, what would you do? He said, I'm not getting rid of my best friend. That's my best friend.
The end.
They married to this day. They got married recently.
Oh, Lord.
I guess the best friend was his maid of honor. I don't know how that works.
Heights.
Damn.
I mean, I have some exes that I'm still cool with. I have multiple exes. I would be hard pressed to just get rid of them just because you're feeling a certain type of way about her. I get it. I understand. I would do my best to keep my distance. But
you gonna try your best to keep your distance from your exes? You got me out here.
Let
me tell you something. I'm cool with probably 90% of my exes. 90% of my exes I'm cool with. I don't have no problems with them. But do I gotta talk to them on the phone? Do I gotta go have lunch with them? Do I gotta check on them and the kids that they got now with the woman that they with now? Like, I just feel like, what does your ex like? Especially, like, I get it, but if you try to move forward in a very healthy relationship, like in real life, what is your ex bringing to the table that you feel like you got to keep them around? I'll wait.
But what if we reverse it? Like, what is the issue that I got to get rid of her? Why do I have to remove a person that's special to me in my life for your happiness, for your satisfaction?
You took the trash out. You don't take the trash out and bring it back in the house.
But she's not trash. We're just not in a relationship.
Right. So when you let that go, it's like you send it all out. You don't retain it. What are you retaining that for? What do you need that for?
I'm about to go on mute. I'm about to finish my food.
I mean, unless there's a fringe benefit.
No, I mean, for example, in my situation, you know, my ex was, you know, pretty much my daughter's stepmom. So there's a connection there. That's a reason why we still keep in touch, and vice versa. She had a kid after me. So, like, you're essentially asking me to remove multiple relationships because you're uncomfortable.
No, but let me ask you this, though. Initially, when you let your ex go from the initial situation, why the hell didn't you just stay gone?
Because it's not like we were bad people. It wasn't like you don't have to be in a bad way. It's just the relationship portion ended.
So my thing, understood. But when you're involved in those and you leave a romantic situation, right? You have all of this ground to start sending mixed signals, not only to her, but any new potential mates that you're going to meet. It's like going on a dating app and posting pictures hugging your best friend. They're going to be like, man, he on some poly shit.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. I understand that I'm in a relationship. I do understand that I will keep my distance, but it doesn't mean that person's going to stop being a special person to me. That's all I'm saying.
They can be there in your heart, but they don't have to show up and be there in the presence.
No, I get it. I have a lot of respect for, you know, my mate's wishes. So, like I said, I'll do my best to keep my distance.
His best. I like that, but you got, I'm a J-Dub, an energy person. And again, I don't know personally, but the energy I get from Ty, I don't think Ty is really locking in with somebody. Now he might have a significant relationship, but I don't get Ty does what Ty wants to do. He lives his life on his own rules. I'm getting that energy. I pulled out the card, the amethyst. Trust your instinct, Ty. That's you, but I don't feel like you locking in with nobody. So you're gonna live your life. You're gonna keep your exes around, and it's gonna be kumbaya and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of us, most of us, feel like that is like inappropriate, and sometimes people put up with that stuff just to be with somebody, and in the end, it's gonna end badly because you're gonna feel some type of way. It's like y'all have connected on a certain level and y'all are still keeping that connection alive. It's questionable. You're giving energy that you could be giving to me. You know, it's a problem. It's a problem for a lot of people, and for some people who don't say anything, like it's a problem. Like I said, it disgusts me, people who keep that stuff around. And I'm not saying about them personally, about what they're doing. And you know, whoever wants to participate in it, that's fine. But oh, I hate it. Like, you know, stay with them or keep your little bubble in your life, how you want to keep a harem or your old people around. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But to bring somebody else into that, I don't like it at all, man or woman. Excuse me. Go ahead.
Yeah, like my thing is, at the end of the day, like the person can be special to you. Y'all can have a connection. Like if it happens where y'all cross paths, or if y'all had a connection where a child was involved and y'all have to communicate because of the child, like I get it. But to just be like, that's my friend, and to just have that person there, like, I just feel like it needs to be boundaries, because I know for me, like, I would understand the connection, I would respect it, but I feel like in order for you to allow us to strive, like you have to close all those gaps. Like you can't allow like anything to like infiltrate like the little spaces of doubt that this person might have, or one person in a relationship, or you know, any insecurities. And I just feel like if you want a relationship to be successful, you have to get rid of all those things. I'm not saying for you to do it. You could do whatever you want to do, Ty. But all I'm saying is I know for me, like, unless it really is like kids involved, I feel like I have like my own life going on over here. Like I'm trying to like water my garden that's over here. And like I can't, like, I'm just not going to water the weeds. And I'm not saying, I'm not calling anybody weeds, but I'm just saying like, it's like, I want to plant new seeds. I'm not trying to take care of like the old ones. I you know, the things that just aren't a part of my new garden anymore. And I don't know. I know particularly for me, I'm not interested in having any exes. I just feel like if they can't pour into the cup that I have now, then like, why are they here? Especially if I feel like my man, he needs to fill me up. Like my man need to fill me up. Like not my man and my ex. Like it just, I don't know. But we don't know what type of relationship. And if you would love to explain it to us, we don't know what type of relationship you and her really have, you know, so it's different. And I know you did mention a child being involved. So I don't know. I can't do it though.
No, I would just say like my word of advice would be the women to worry about are the women you don't know about.
My advice is keep old shit out of your new shit. Period.
It feels like a closing. I want to give some advice too. Yeah, if you experience any of that and it doesn't feel right, walk. And I mean it. You're the card, the amethyst says, trust your intuition. That's what the reading of the day is. Trust your intuition. Walk, and you walk fast because it's something there. I don't care what they say. People love to play that stuff off. My friend, get out of here. Please get out. Please get out of my face. Please lose my number. Don't call me. I don't want to see you. Stop playing with me. All of that. Get out of here. Thank you.
Yeah, I had an ex that I have an ex that had his ex in my face We just working together. Why you gotta be so insecure, Sabrina? Why you gotta be so golly, you always got a problem with everything. We ain't even like that no more. And da-da-da-da-da. And they were smashing.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds personal, y'all.
Sounds like a great day at the office for the guy.
It's not that it's personal.
I say it's very personal. I mean, a lot of us have experienced it. A lot of us have seen it, and we've seen it like on both sides, like people who are on the inside, and while they're playing in somebody's face, it's disgusting. It's awful that you play with people like that. You can have whatever life you want. Why drag people along, deceive them, and just make them think that something is that it ain't? It's terrible. I mean, you know, do unto others. That's what I'm gonna say. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
We're sorry, Ty. We love you though.
Well, no, Ty. No, look at Ty. Ty got his life. He got, you know, he got his Ty bubble, and he got his things lined up how he want, as he should, and that's fine. That's fine. Ty I don't see a lock in with Ty. Ty's gonna have his life the way he wanted. Ty's like Chris, you know, but on a softer level, you know.
So let me just.
I have actually locked in on multiple.
Sure, you have. Sure, you've locked in, but you know,
publicly.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. You can do it. You can, you know, you can drive a car with your feet. Don't mean it's gonna work. Well, you know. It's a choice, but does it really work? You know,
right?
So, say for instance, you get into a relationship, and you like, this the one. That's not my girl. That's not my lady. That's my wife. That's who she is. And she says, Ty, I really don't feel comfortable with this relationship that you have with this lady. What would you do?
I would ask her, why don't you feel comfortable?
Because it makes me feel.
Have you met her? Have y'all been in the same space?
What if she said
been in the same space, then I would have been able to secure you with her around. But just off of just GP, you just don't feel comfortable. Now you get to pick and choose what feels comfortable to you and what doesn't.
What if she said to you, because I know that you've seen that woman naked before,
and y'all were physically.
That's fine.
That's
fine.
So now
That's
what
fine.
though?
No, I would say, okay, I understand that, but don't just tell me just because.
So do you think at that point, though, once she says that, do you still continue the relationship and say, yo, this gonna ride out? Or do you say, do you have that conversation?
No, I always said I'm gonna respect my mate's wishes.
Okay.
I never said I wouldn't.
Okay. See, we're getting serious.
Have to have a conversation as to why you expect me to just trash a person that's important to me.
Okay, but
we have to be willing to have that conversation. That's all
right.
I'm
But
saying.
you wouldn't demand that they still be present regardless of the fact.
No, obviously, I'm not with them. My future is with you. So I understand.
That's different then. Okay.
I'm not gonna just
That's way different.
Trash them because you're uncomfortable with it. I would want to know what is making you uncomfortable and how can I fix that while trying to keep an important person in my life.
I don't know, Ty. The chat is they're not feeling. It sounds like a little suspect, you know. Feels like a little backpedaling, just a little bit. Feels the amethyst said it feels like backpedaling. That's the reading for today. It feels.
The last relationship ended because there was no physical attraction, so that's kind of what made it different, and why I can be so secure in what I'm saying.
Since you bring it, how do you enter a relationship without being physically attracted? Just curious. I would love to know more.
You must have missed last week.
Yeah, I guess I missed it. I was asleep, you know. I got to get up early, you know. I was asleep.
Yeah.
Could you share a little bit now? We're here today. Just a little bit.
It was more of a experimental lifestyle based relationship.
Okay, I get that. That's right. You do supposed to try different things to get different results. I get that is different. Not being attracted and say, hey, we're gonna go on like Love is Blind type situation. So I can get with that. But yeah, Ty, you just the cards say that you kind of give off. I'm gonna do my own thing, and that's okay. And that's a great thing. The amethyst, yes, the amethyst says, Ty, you do your own thing, and it doesn't sound like you're open and flexible like you said you are. But I like that though. I mean, listen, we only got one life to live. Don't live it for nobody else. Live it how you want it, and that's real talk on for anybody. But I'm gonna leave this one alone.
See.
Yeah. So I mean, I get it, and I get what you're saying, and I appreciate the clarity. But you did say that you was like, I would try to stay away.
Yeah, I would try my best.
Ooh, yikes.
I mean, I understand y'all are triggered. I understand y'all are triggered by some of the words, and some of the phrases. I'm very confident, in me and the relationship. If she decide to cheat, she gonna cheat, whether she telling you about the ex or not. You know what I mean? Like, if you have a strong foundation, you should trust that foundation, right? If she's willing to say, hey, this is my ex and we're friends, and they're still putting you in the presence of that person and you're uncomfortable, then what type of person are you dealing with? That's something that you should reconsider. Yeah, that's just my opinion.
So whatever you present, the person you have should just roll with it because it's you.
No. What I'm saying is, if we have a strong foundation and we have trust in each other, and I'm telling you that there's nothing there, then, I would expect that you would start by trusting that, right? Just off of what I'm saying, in the fact that we're together and the fact that I'm willing to like introduce this person to you, right? But if there's an energy that you're getting, if there's things that she's doing, like touching me and trying to throw shade, and you brought that into the conversation as reasons why you're uncomfortable, then I am okay with that. But to just say, I don't want you talking to your ex, or your ex shouldn't be in your life, I can't agree with that.
I got what you're saying.
That's just me. Everybody's different.
I got because what I get from you, the amethyst says that you're a really straight up person, and you're what you mean what you say. So you're not about the games and hiding and deceiving, but there are a lot of sick, twisted, broken, and deceiving people out here. So the same thing you say, I brought her in front of you. So what's the problem? You should be good.
I get it.
We're good.
I get it. I'm not saying you should be good. I'm not saying that.
No, I'm just saying, I'm not saying you, Ty. I'm saying it's some other people who don't have the morals and standards that you live by will do the same thing. I let you meet her, but we leaving here. I'm gonna go back to her house. We got some work we got to do. We got to tie up some loose ends, you met her, right? You did meet. You did. Well, okay, you pushing it, but yeah, it is. I think it's all a big push. Like I said, everybody isn't you, like I said, because I believe what you say. I don't believe there's no sneaky thing going on with you, but it's some people out there. It's some people out there that will play in your face so hard and drag you so long, as long as you let them do it. I'll let you meet her. What's the worry? She didn't touch me. We're friends. We don't do that anymore. I swear. We just talk and hang out. And, we just enjoy each other's time. And we really just are a support system to each other. That's all. I swear. You saw her. She doesn't want me. She doesn't want me at all. I don't want her. I want you. That's why I'm with you. But you met her. We're good, right? Okay. All right.
Again, sounds kind of personal. Like, y'all reacted this way for a reason, and I'm probably acting, my way for a reason. But I get it. You know, I get it.
Yeah, it's like I said, it's a lot of PTSD out here from childhood up to this day. Absolutely. People have experiences that were pretty awful and that they refuse to re-enter even anything that looks like it. You know, yeah, it's a real thing. That's with everything, you know. People deal and heal on their own or the way they're gonna do it. But you know, some people are just like, I'm just gonna completely believe everything that you say. But again, for real, Ty, I don't think that you are that kind of person, but there are a lot of other kind of people who use the same theory. Hey, this is my best friend. We grew up together. We're good. No. She knows my whole family. We're good. We're good. Yeah, we go to Bible study together. Yes. Yeah, it's all good. It's not a problem. Like when we go to lunch, we split the check. Yes, absolutely. Driving separate cars. Why would I want to? Why would I do that to you? No, I'm with you. If I wanted to be with her, I would be with her. You know, that's fine. All right, I'm gonna leave it alone.
So Stacy B says, because if the shoe was on the hey Stacy B, hey girl, hey. Because if the shoe was on the other foot, Ty, would you really want me to keep an ex around that knows what kind of cookie you getting? Oh, you're on mute, Ty.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what around means. My only request would be if he in the room, I would want to know. Do you know what I mean? But if he's constantly getting the invites to family functions, then it's an issue. You know what I mean? And that's not what I'm saying. But if an ex is important to you and you tell me that there ain't nothing going on, I would start off by trusting that there's nothing going on. Okay. That's all I'm saying. I mean, we all have our different levels of confidence, you know, in ourselves and in our mates, but you not having an ex around is not stopping you from cheating. And if you got to go through all of that to prevent your person from possibly cheating, then why are you with that person?
I think it's optics, though. I mean, people don't want to, they don't like the optics of it. And I mean, when you think about it, like, come on, man, you guys had intimate moments, right? Why do I want that around my person? Like, it would be totally fair if if you guys were, boyfriend and girlfriend in the, 8th grade or something. But when you start talking about, oh yeah, we was together a couple years ago and all, yeah, we did our thing, but we realized this just didn't work. This wasn't for us. Like, what about the time when somebody gets weak, right? Why do you want to leave your person with those thoughts in their head? And that's the thing. You want to remove those sort of impediments or, those roadblocks that sit in your relationship, right? You don't want somebody to stumble or like, you with your whole girl. And even it could be as innocent as it seems, bro. But you don't want to put those thoughts in somebody else's head. And it's just human nature, especially women. They go down the rabbit hole and then they play the whole scenario out in their head. They believe that that's possible, right? And then they come to check in with you with the scenario that they came up with. Like, what about if this happened? Or have you ever had these thoughts? And then they shouldn't even be on the island thinking those thoughts. They should be able to be on the island and sip a cocktail with their feet up and enjoy the sand and the beach and all that other stuff. Not, oh man, you know what? What could he be doing? He could be, shouldn't be. Maybe he is. I think he's a nice guy. I think You got to take that out. You got to take that whole part of the game out.
Maybe I'm just different. I know we probably talked to this to death. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I am
no
not
doubt.
wasting energy and cycles trying to prevent my person from possibly cheating. It may sound crazy, but the earlier she cheats in the relationship, the better for me. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go through life thinking that she could cheat with this person or she could cheat with that person. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm going to find out about it. And if and when I find out about it, it's done. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I'm willing
I
to go
get
all
that.
in and be with that person,
Right.
right? Whether it's an ex around or someone she had a situationship with, you know, I'm pretty sure at our age, it's multiple people that she's probably been intimate with that I have been in the
Understood.
room with. You know what I mean? So what's stopping her from having those thoughts? What's stopping her from having those thoughts about a stranger that we just walked by? You know what I mean?
Understood.
Somebody we saw running while we was in the car.
Right.
You know what I mean? No shirt on. If she's gonna have those thoughts, she's gonna have those thoughts.
Right. But they don't think the same way we think. That's the thing.
Yeah,
We're
like I said,
logical. Like I'm black and white just like you. Yo, if you get caught, oh well, that's your bad because this is where it's at. I don't really care. That's how I feel. You understand? And that's cool. But you can't give a woman just this much of something to think about because this little bit of something will play, and I swear to you, overnight it will evolve into the size of the whole world. So when you wake up in the morning, you're going to get
good,
these little, yeah, but you don't want, why do you
good.
want
And she
that?
wasn't for me. Good.
Oh, come
Good.
on.
Maybe my way of thinking is different.
Well, like I said, I'm good with where Ty is because Ty, you know, he's different. He's different, and that's fine. I believe Ty's a trustworthy man. He's a man of his honor and word and all that good stuff. But again, as I said, it's a lot of people who are not. To me, it's not even about preventing. In this, you know, we spoke on time. Time is short. I don't want to connect with somebody who's pouring into somebody else and who's connecting in that manner. Not that they won't have other types of relationships, but this has been an intimate relationship. And it apparently looks like the relationship is still ongoing. And I feel cheated by it in real life. So it's just a no for me. I get where you're coming from, Ty, because like I said, I don't get the deception. It could be a dark side of Ty I don't know, and you really playing with all of us. But however, I don't get that. The amethyst said that no, Ty is honest, straightforward, and an honorable man. But no, and I don't need to prevent it. It's nothing. If it's out of my hands, it's out of my hands. But please don't play with me or play in my face. That's one of my pet peeves. Don't insult my intelligence. I don't want to play like that. We ain't gotta play. You know, you still want to play with your ex? Go play with him. Have at it. Enjoy it. Go to the family reunions. Go to the amusement park. Eat cotton candy off the same cone or whatever. That's fine. Do y'all, but don't bring me in it. Talking about you want to be with me, but you over there being very inappropriate. Yes, the amethyst. Trust your gut. You feel like somebody playing with you? Highly likely they probably are. Get out of there. It's a waste of your time. Yes, Barry Flair. Crazy soul ties. Soul ties are real. They are. It's not a myth. Love that.
All right, Suzanne Bibbs. Oh boy. Let it rip.
Let it rip. Is that Phil and the homie lover friend Snow Bunny? What a surprise. I'm shocked. I'm shocked.
Yeah, all this
Shame.
time they spent focus. They was focused on Quentin. They had the wrong.
Yeah, Kira was
Yeah.
right. She was the amethyst told her someone in the group enjoys snow bunnies, and that's fine. Enjoy any kind of love or friendship or whatever. I don't know about this as a love connection. It was a lot to unpack in this scene and everything. Hey, Darlinda. Y'all go ahead. Anybody?
Do we know if this was confirmed that this is the mom of Phil's child?
It couldn't be.
Did we confirm that?
They didn't talk in that type of stance. It talked about very little affection, questionable stance in a relationship. There's no way. There's no way. But I get it. Because they talking about they didn't have much what do you call it? Much
like
physical.
Romantic.
Yeah, but doesn't mean he wasn't smashing. That does not mean that. There's plenty of people out here in this new world where you don't gotta be romantic. I have no connection. Get up from you like I don't even know you. So yeah, this is real.
Yeah, I mean, the way I took it, you know, it was true, but it was just specific to her. You know, that's how I took it.
Okay, then these are Phil's 3, right? Small, medium, large. Okay, I see it. I see how they got it. Okay.
Who's the large one, Paul? Who's the large one?
I mean, it's just the way that I'm not even going there, Ty.
Ty is going to tie you in.
It's the way that is
tie you in.
No, you ain't gonna tie me in.
They ain't gonna tie me in.
No,
Ty will do it.
Ty, you wild, brother. You tried it. He tried it.
You said it, man. I was just asking.
The large one is in the
clarity.
Obviously, the large one is in the middle. That's the tallest.
Small, medium, and large.
But the way that the way that it looks, you know, it just looks like small, medium, large. The way the picture's set up. That's all. Ty, you fool. He tried it.
Ty will tie you in. Don't believe it. Ty may have a deceptive stigma on him. I don't know now. Yeah, Ty will he'll play innocent, but he will let you walk yourself.
He gonna try.
Oh yeah. Not him do it. He ain't gonna push you. He gonna let you walk yourself off the cliff.
Yeah, talking about oh yeah. Well, which one is large, brother? Good try.
Good try. PO is in PR. Don't get it twisted.
Okay.
He spit that thing right on around. I like that. Look at her. Yep, she's tall. She's a very
large right there.
Very statuesque. Amazonian almost. I like that.
So yeah, what was going on with this? Now, I like when I look at this right here, and you see the way that Aries is looking at him, she didn't look at what's his face the same way.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris. You know, that energy wasn't even there. The touchy-feeliness, none of that. I think she's into him. Yeah.
So remember when I was talking about sometimes, you know, you do things to, you do things maybe subconsciously to secure your person. And I think that little knee rub, you know, was that, you know, because I think his hand probably was there before that topic even came up, you know.
That's true.
But who could see that? Who could see the knee rub? But the cameras.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably, you know, threw that in there. The splice had edit in there to corroborate that story. But I mean, I
didn't
don't
think of that.
Yeah, but I don't see him not, you know, having that energy towards Aries.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they got good energy together, actually.
If I was to question anything, like they talk, like they only talk on the phone, and the dates is the only time they see each other. But I think they showed that kiss again. That didn't look like that happened for the first time. Do you know what I mean?
I can go with that.
Yeah, it looked like they definitely have done that before. There was no thought. There was no second guessing. So yeah.
Yeah. And you know, I'm with the YouTube conspiracy theorists when they say possibly Phil could just be feeding into what Aries is putting out there, you know. Like how me and Stacey B was doing. We was giving that energy and saying, "Oh, you want a parent for your 2 kids?" I was looking to be a parent to 2 children. That's what I'm. Oh, you into the church? Yes. I'm actually going to open a church next month. Yeah. You don't. You don't deal with your exes. Me either. I would never even deal. Once an ex is gone, they're gone. Like we're all in agreement. We're on the same about everything. Everything. You only eat apples. You don't like oranges, do you? No, I hate oranges. I love apples. I eat apples for breakfast every day. Yeah, it kind of feels like that. I could be wrong. Feel could be that way, but only time will tell with people. Like again, the representative can only last for so long. That's with everybody. Nobody can hold that mask up that long. It's impossible. So we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out how it's feel for real.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. What's her name again?
Amina and Katarina.
Katarina. I don't know. Yeah, that's the other thing. I don't really know who she's connecting with. I think she has some connections there. Has to. I think that there's an isolation there,
Cat?
though.
Cat.
Yeah.
I'm going to guess Herbert and Marvin.
Mm-hmm.
The dungeon.
He's gone.
Yeah,
maybe even Chris.
No, about to say Chris is giving dungeon energy, but right now I'm kind of seeing why Chris is taking that mode. We're in that mode. We don't have room for X's. You got to be over here. You got to be all up in this. You ain't got time to. I need your support all day long. Don't even pick up your phone. I need you here with me. That's what I need. I don't need you. I don't need you throwing that energy over to the X. I need your energy. Yeah, he might be on to something. He just might be on to something.
That's funny.
It's real funny. So, oh gosh.
Oh, this right here. Oh yeah, my favorite.
And Kira had a point before I forget on that. I like that. Like what we doing? Phil, you know, he mentioned that his job was up and down, on and off. You know, we needed to dive deeper in that, especially when you talking about getting to life and having these babies and all that kind of stuff. That's a real thing because those relationships, it has a business side to it as well. You know, you don't need to be talking about babies if your job is up and down. We understand it's an economy. It happens to plenty of people, but you got to be right if you're trying to make those kind of moves. I mean, consistency is required. You know, not storms ain't coming, so I'm not getting paid for 4 months. Like no.
So
let's
smart.
Have twins.
He know to put the drink in that close hand.
Well, you know what though? I think this was one of those things where they said, "Okay, what's her name? Kara? Is that her name?
Something like that."
Kira.
Yeah.
White.
Yeah. They said, "Okay, she has no connections here, obviously. So let's just throw her in on one of these other dates." And this looks like the filler date that she got thrown in because homeboy ain't got nothing for her at all. Nothing. Look at his energy. He's like, man, can you believe this shit?
Yeah, that was just wrong. Like it's nothing there between them at all. They could have used anyone besides her. So this was definitely a production plant, 100%. Nothing there.
Yes, Kira says that she isn't connecting with Philip because she needs a man with vision and purpose. Kira says that she prefers a man with no kids anyway, pretty much, and Philip starts to back off.
Yeah. So at this point, there's no reason for her to be there at all. And she's not connecting with Herbert. She's not connecting with none of them.
Oh, and she prefers a man with no children, which most of the men already have children.
That's what I just said, and that's when he said he was gonna start backing off from her because he's like, I want kids.
No, he has a kid.
Oh, he does have kids. He does.
Yeah, most of them do.
I thought
most of them do.
I think all the guys. Right?
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's safe to say.
I think all the guys have a kid.
Yep.
Right.
Chris.
I'm not. I don't remember if Herbert has a kid though.
No, he's trying though.
Yeah, Chris. Herbie is baby hungry.
Oh,
so yeah, I don't
that's
think he's.
what it is. Yeah. She prefers to date a man with no kids.
Right. None. Most of them.
And Herb is like, man, nah, this ain't gonna do it for me.
Yeah, so it looks like production's just closing all the loops. So when we get to the mansion after the friends, everything will make sense.
Yeah, the getaway's coming, right?
I think we got one more episode
after this.
With,
oh yeah,
with
Best Friends? That's right. And then so this basically then nobody's gonna get cut off on the next episode, and then they'll hanger us into the getaway. And then
I think they might cut a guy.
No, they're gonna do the slicing and dicing there.
They can't have 5 guys going to the mansion.
They just cut like 2 in one episode.
Facts.
But there's 5 left, right?
Yeah, the Fab 5. It is.
Yeah, there's 5 guys left.
And, and then they're gonna get rid of 2 of them probably at the getaway. But,
wow.
Yeah, because then after the getaway, it's pretty much we know who's gonna be who. So now let's get it. Let's get this money.
Yeah, I think Maurier's gone next week prior to the mansion.
Yeah, I don't really know. I mean, I don't see any recovery for him at all, actually.
No, he said he has some cleanup work to do, even though the bridges are destroyed.
Damage control.
Damage control. There you go. Yep, damage control. He's delusional.
He's like, damn, man, all I was trying to do was read y'all and shit.
He says Sierra's his only hope, but we know where that's going.
Well, nowhere fast.
He put her in the homie box, and that was his only hope. The amethyst doesn't lie.
Yeah. Here we go.
So the men, they meet in the men's lounge. Pretty much, y'all saw the pictures. Right. And the 2 women that are on the chopping block, one is Sierra and the other one is Kira. And Herbert meets Kira and Chris meets Sierra, and in the end, Kira does get eliminated. Yes.
Right. Yay. Now we don't have to deal with the extraness of this stuff.
What stuff?
I mean, the extraness of, the Kira situation. The discovery of who you are, I guess, or who you are not.
I don't really think it's discussed enough, but again, we live in a very new politically correct world. Granted, everybody has their own opinion. We got that, but I really thought it was very problematic, especially Maurier divulging that new information, said on one-on-one conversation, she said she's uncomfortable with being around large crowds of Black people. And people say, well, that's how she feels. That was her experience. That is problematic, but
Yeah.
I don't live on this planet. Like I said, I'm in the 80s and the 90s, where it's
I
great.
mean,
We don't
we
put up with
sitting up.
certain things. You know, we don't
Yeah.
talk. I don't
I
know.
mean, if we're up here sitting here amongst a bunch, a shitload of black people, right,
Yeah,
on this show, right,
yeah,
and you're not comfortable, like,
yeah.
why would you go on a black dating show, right? Like, was Love Is Blind not available? Was Maths not available? Like, what the like?
I
There's
don't think
all
she
these other
meant it like
shows.
that. I think she meant it like how Chris Rock meant it.
Listen, look. I feel like this here. I'm not comfortable in in hood situations because I know what's going on there. But do I sit there and denounce, the fact that, or make myself look like I'm bigger or greater? Nah, I go with the, roll with the flow, ebb and flow. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And do what I need to do and get the hell out of there. Now, am I going to be sitting there in the shooting dice in the hood with a whole bunch of, people at night? Not anymore. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, she's acting like, oh no, this is sort of beneath me, and like
Mhm.
I am like much bigger than this, and
Mhm.
like you got this, okay? Because like that is not my world. So come on, man. Let's be real. Like what the like come on,
Just
man. Your skin, you wear this skin. You wear it. It doesn't matter where you've been. It doesn't matter what school you went to. Guess what they saw when they saw you first? This, right? And so at the end of the day, you have to live with that. Period.
no, 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 yo, no. That's her experience. That's what she went through. You know,
Come
she
on, man.
identifies differently. She is the closest thing to a white person in anyone in the group, and it's just her experience. You know.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you're
and
right. I'm joking. Come on, it's ridiculous and it's disgusting. And
yeah,
I
exactly.
believe people can align with this, even though everyone can have their own opinion. It's crazy to me. We're taking
Right,
crazy pills right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
right.
Are you kidding me? It's more disgusting than you playing in my face with your ex. Talking about you the closest thing to a white person and you uncomfortable with large crowds of black people and you stop it. I'm done
Yeah,
with it.
you can't make a statement like that. Well, first off, like realistically, and I respect people for, cultural experiences, right? Like people, you have your culture, but you still have to know who you are at the end of the day, right? And so, like for me, yes, do I code switch and all that stuff? Yes, I switch up for the environment, right? But at the end of the day, I know exactly who I am. I know exactly, where I come from, and I know exactly what they think of me, right? I am not blind to the fact that I'm a black man, 6'5", and come into a room and everybody's going to stare at me and they're going to wonder if is he educated? Does he have what it takes? Does he know how to talk? Can he carry a conversation? Is he professional? Is he a thug? All of these things. This is what I know is going on in people's minds when I enter a room. However, right? I don't let those things like that define me, right? I don't let that cause blind spots in my own life. And when you sit there and you dip yourself in one culture, right, and forget about who the hell you even are, and then you say to me or say to someone else or go on national TV and tell 5.7 million people that you are the whitest thing in a room with full of black people, but your skin is darker than some of those people in that room, there's a problem. Come on, man.
Are you
There's a
kidding
problem.
me? PO, no, she doesn't denounce her blackness. She says she has black cousins. She let us know her cousins are black.
Yeah, so she's just as black as Tiger Woods or just as white as Tiger Woods. I don't
Yeah.
know. Whichever one you want to say.
I'm with her. We got something in common. I have black cousins too.
Right.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I mean, like I said, I'm glad that she got eliminated because I didn't feel like hearing none of this, you know, uh shoveling, blackness away and, just denouncing who you are as a person. Like live that shit. Oh, own it. Like, you know what I mean? We out here, we beautiful. Yeah, I'm never gonna sit up there and be like, yeah, hey guys, I'm like more white than you. Like I know more white words. I know like how to hang out with white guys, and I'm not doing that. Like, why would I do that? What kind of favor do you think you're gonna gain when you talk about stuff like that? Who are you trying to gain favor with? So, in other words, then when you go to Wine Wednesdays or whatever with the homegirls who we know aren't black, they can say, yeah, Kara, you showed them. We know who you are. Come on, man. Get out of here.
Get
That's
out of
just
it.
crazy.
Yeah, Janelle spoke on it, and I thought she addressed it with the exception of like the other emotions she's got going on about not liking her and all of that stuff. But Janelle said it straight. I totally signed off on her thing with the in the ladies' lounge. It's like ridiculous. She said just what you said. Like, what kind of points are you getting by identifying as being closest to a white person in the whole room and all that? That's
Facts.
absurd. It's absurd.
And I don't give a shit what this is me now. Let me talk about production. I don't give a shit what kind of editing was done. You said that shit. Period. I don't care what context you said it in. I'm not gonna play that game in no context. Period, point blank, because I know exactly who I am. And I know exactly who I am not. And I would never take that to 5.7 million people on any night and play that game. And then, hey, shout out to the producers, man. They really, I'm sure she's getting all kind of hate mail and shit. And I mean, it really drove the drama in that episode. But I'm sure her DMs is probably trash. They probably going in on her DMs. Seriously, real talk.
Ain't no problem. They going in. She probably got to shut it down. For
Right.
real. Yeah.
All right, I'm done with her.
Yeah.
The other one, Sierra, it's time to go home because she ain't got no connections either. Great, nice person, seems like cool as shit. Like, I'll buy the beer, let's laugh. All good. But I don't think that she has the romantic connections there. But like I said, she probably cool. I see her, I can see me laughing and talking shit and having a good time with somebody like that.
I don't understand why Sierra and Herbie can't get together. They both hell bent on having children and not focusing on marriage. They say it like, yeah, I gotta have a baby. We can get married. Yeah, I guess we can. Yeah, we should just get married after that. But let them get together, procreate, and live that similar lifestyle that they're both looking for. They want children first and foremost. Have at it.
Yeah.
Tyrone, you have anything?
No, I mean, they said enough. I mean, I touched on it earlier. If her edited comments got y'all feeling this emotional, then production's definitely done their jobs.
Yeah. And in my own words, that was some bullshit.
But about the spades, I said by the time you turn 12, you should already have 7 years of spades experience.
Facts. You ain't lying.
Yeah, I can't get on it that much, other than like, especially for the women. If her comments have you feeling that emotionally charged, maybe you should explore why you feel that way. That's about all.
Well, I got one more thing, Ty. You do the men's panel, and we talk about emotional vulnerability. I don't like that how you're guarded and hiding your emotion, like you're almost putting out there. Well, you guys are getting emotional about something, and we want to be emotional. Let's just keep it real, Ty. It's not a man or a woman thing. You can have emotion and be passionate about something. I got that from your panel. Come on, Ty.
No. I was referring to.
If you
No, I
want
was
to
referring.
charge,
No,
we want to be emotional. We're passionate about this. Me and
Yeah,
PO
that's
are
fine.
offended and disgusted.
We're
disgusted. We're sick to our stomach, and we don't want to just want to sit here and say, well, if you feel that way, that makes you seem that way. If you guys want to get all riled up and rallied and do the Black Lives Matter thing, then fine with it. Have at it, brother.
No, that's fine. That's fine. And since we're going there, I've been out with PO, and there's reasons why we chose one place over another place. But if
that's true.
what PO said. So, and there's a reason why we chose this place over another place. So
that's far from being related to the whitest person in the room. I get that. We all get that.
But it's
life
for the
is a
same exact
you got to
reason
choose
about. But it's the same exact reason about her feeling uncomfortable in a certain space. Right? So I mentioned her edited comments is not saying that we are uncomfortable. We would just feel more comfortable here. And we've made those decisions based on the level of blackness that's in the room, if you want to call it that. And I don't even like having those conversations because, what is black? Like who defines what black is? And me living in a world where I try to normalize Black excellence, is very difficult for me to have those conversations, considering, I go through similar things just off of the conversations I have. I've done 100 presentations, and 90% of the time, I'm the only Black guy in the room.
Okay, let me tell you who defines Black. Your job application defines your Blackness. Your Social Security card, your birth certificate, the people that hire you, right? The people that walk into the room and see you, your president, everybody sees nothing but color from us. We don't just blend into the background, right? When we show up, it's Black first. Then you get the person. So you are bringing it doesn't matter how white you feel on the inside. You could be whitewashed from your from the inside of your toes all the way up to your neck. It don't matter. They don't see that. They don't feel your whiteness that you feel on the inside. Not you, but I'm saying if you're saying that you grew up in this culture around white people, they don't feel that from you. It doesn't matter how well you speak. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter what schools you went to. You show up as a Black man first. And then all the stigma around Black men shows up second. And then it's your responsibility to prove that you are not what they think you are. And that's the thing. So we have this battle that we have to take, and we have to go through this shit every day of our natural lives as a Black man. And here it is. You have somebody that goes on national TV, right? And says, no, I am not anything like them. And they're looking at her and they're saying, well, you're worse. You're worse than them because you actually believe you're one of us. They know they're Black. Come on, man. Come on.
I think y'all might have missed what I said last week about all that. But it's cool.
I'm just saying, bro. Like at the end of the day, the lesson to be learned here is this. Accept exactly who you are. understand your culture that you grew up around, right? Because if you're around white folks all day, every day, no problem. But you still can't denounce what people see with their eyes. Who you feel like you are isn't the same thing as what people see. And that's the big picture. And so when you doesn't matter how white you feel, like she said, I'm the whitest person, doesn't matter. It's what people see first. Simple as that.
But P.O., you know, now we live on this new planet that you can be whatever you want to be now. And when I say you can be everything you want to be, and you shouldn't say anything about when somebody wants to be something.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm white. And you shouldn't question that. I have the right to be white. So I'm white too. Now I got white cousins. I'm white. Right now,
Right, exactly.
I'm white. And you shouldn't have any feelings or thoughts on it. It's my business. I identify as white. J-Dub is now white. I need some more white followers. I'm white.
Right.
That's it.
You see what what's her face does? What's her name? The lady from I forget her name. That was running the NAACP that acted like she was black, right? And denounced her whiteness and all of that. She had to go damn near in hiding, right? Because people found out who the hell she was. And then everybody got mad because we believed what we saw with our own eyes, right? We believed that. And then here it is. It was like the bait and switch. And you have somebody that goes all out to do that. And you don't think that, people are looking at this girl and calling her out to be the same thing. Yeah, Rachel, what's her name? Yeah. Right. You don't think people's looking at her like that? Come on, man. This actually, though, this does spark a very interesting conversation. And I hope that, she takes the time out to go watch Boys in the Hood, motherfucking Juice, goddamn Menace to Society, Malcolm X, White Men Can't Jump, all of that. Just get it all. Yeah. Just take a Sunday or every other weekend, just go in.
It won't help. It won't help. It won't help. It won't help. Those guys are really out there.
Right.
People grew up like that? No.
Oh my God. Come on.
OMG. Yeah, this is race, religion, and politics. It can go on for all night. So, but P.O., I appreciate your words. I appreciate your words.
No doubt.
I'm so passionate and emotional, I couldn't even get all that out. So I appreciate that you were able to intellectually bring all of that. It needed to be said in real life. If it reached one person, we won. We won. Just one.
No doubt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Disgusted.
Know yourself.
Wow.
So does anybody have anything else to say?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, another episode of Ready to Love. Episode number 8. Are y'all ready?
I'm ready, man.
They meet the friends. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up tonight. Have everyone extraduce themselves. Starting with Tyrone, let them know where they can find you on socials, and if you would like to share any events or anything that you guys are working on or doing.
Yeah, sure thing. We just had a mental health panel earlier today. It was about the pressures of creating generational wealth. It's going to be a 3-part series. After that, we're going to have a series on mommy issues with some of the fellas. Then we're going to have a series about daddy issues. Other than that, you will see some new content coming from me. My meetup group just reached 10,000 members, and we're going to have a celebration in DC in a few weeks. So if y'all are around the weekend of September 9th, it's a Saturday, will be in DC celebrating 10,000 members. So I'm going to release a video essentially about the last 12 years or so of my career, and hopefully you all like it. You can catch me at Ty Wilson 21 everywhere. It's always a pleasure being on the panel, having the conversations. Yeah.
All right. Well, it's PO 100 sightings. I'll be doing shit. Just get at me. It's going to be, everything is on my IG. I'm done. I'm like right now, I'm still charged up about that situation. You know what I mean? And so I don't really have a whole lot to say. Good night.
Good night. Juggernaut out. PO, I appreciate your emotion. We need to show more vulnerability, things that you're passionate about, not being so stoic. Men have emotions too, and we're passionate too. I love that. We need that. It's time to say it. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it short as I can. As I said, y'all, J-Dub. It's J-Dub. I'm on the channel. I don't really have that's right, Fabi. Pisces talking. That's real talk. Emotional man. And I love it. I live in it. But anyway, let me keep going. Yeah, I'm not really, I still have a channel, but right now I'm struggling with my identity crisis. So until I get that all together, I'll start getting back to my reviews and everything like that. But as I said, I really enjoyed the discussion tonight. And, we got kind of like off track as far as the doing the scenes. But I love it. These are things I felt like they needed to be said, from your significant other with their friends with benefits and exes playing with you. It needed to be said. We need to do a whole show on it for real. Well, not really, but yeah, I enjoyed the topic, with going on with Kira, and that again, we're just glossing and washing over that. Hey, this lady is continuing to make inflammatory comments, and in this new planet that y'all are on, we have to absorb it and without saying and feeling anything about it. So like I said, I really enjoyed myself. The amethyst said it all. It told me to trust my gut, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just going with the flow, and I really appreciate y'all. The chat is crazy, off the hook. The best part of the channel. I love it. Y'all funnier than me, and I appreciate all the support. I get why Chris want that life, that Prince Akeem. I get it. I'm learning, understanding more and more. Let me say it again. Who don't want somebody just to cater and love on them and give? I love it. We need to start changing that. We need more catering and loving and support. I need support. J-Dub needs support. I'm with it. So I'm going after the support. I need that kind of love in my life. So that's, if I got some love in my life, they're supporting me. They're catering. They're loving. I know. Be nice to me. Like Chris, yeah, talk nice to me. Talk sweet to me. Don't boss like you're talking to an employee. Show some love, because I'm gonna show you some love. So yeah, this is great. It's just like a rant. I don't even know. Just I'm just glad to do it, and I appreciate y'all. I appreciate this panel. Sabrina, you're doing wonderful work. Ty, you're doing wonderful work. Let the men speak and be passionate and emotional. I'm out. Welcome back.
And yeah, thank you. And Sabrina, it's your birthday?
Sunday it was.
Oh, okay. Oh, happy belated. I'm so sorry. I missed that.
Thank you.
Happy belated. Yeah, that's what's up. Another year, another ring around the circle. Let's get it, girl.
It was a great birthday.
That's what's up.
Yep. So thank you everyone for joining tonight. I love how we have like these impromptu like panels where we really don't stick to the script. We really just kind of dive into whatever we want to dive into. And we have all these sub conversations. I think there are conversations that need to be had. So I appreciate each and every one of you that joined me tonight on my panel. It was interesting having 3 men up here and just me and hearing you guys' point of views, you know, wanting like 3 wives and stuff like that. You know, but y'all are going to have to go back to watch that replay. But yes, my birthday was Sunday. Shout out to all you guys that wished me happy birthday. It was an amazing birthday. Thank you so much. Shout out to the chat. Y'all were off the chain tonight. And I was here for it. So anyway, make sure you follow me on all socials. You can find me everywhere on Thread, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube at Miss Sabrina Seoul. Anyway, I love you so much. Make sure you click that thumbs up on the way out. Make sure you follow everyone on their socials that's up here on the screen. And other than that, we will see you back on Friday. Bye. Love you.